pushed you and gave you the drive to be a world champion? Because we know that's a big deal for you, that you want to pursue being the best.
Gaming has just been really good for me. It's made me sharper mentally. I've grown from, learning certain things about gaming. It can also teach you certain aspects about life, especially reading a lot about like philosophy and like the art of war. And I mean, you can relate that to anything. A lot of the stuff in there, you can relate it to life. You can relate it to gaming. Very inspiring. And I think the way gaming has pushed me to grow, I really just want to keep feeding that and be the best that I can be. And I love doing it. This is what I love to do. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's going to push me more than anything to be the best that I can be and try to win a world championship.
We know that your name has a special meaning to you, and we would like to hear the story behind your gamertag.
Yeah. So this gamertag is my dad's gamertag. He got the idea from Star Trek. One of the lines they were talking about CommandStation. He was like, I'm gonna make that my gamertag. That was a story he told me, so it's not like flashy or anything, but I really like it. And when I was little, I was actually Little Command before I became CommandStation, yeah. And he passed away when I was 12. So when I was about 13, I picked up gaming a little bit. It was kind of like my escape or whatever, and I ended up logging into his account and playing on his gamertag. It made me feel like closer to him. And so now I'm kind of living his legacy through what I love to do. So I don't think I'm ever going to change my gamer tag. It just means a lot to me.
Let's talk a little bit about the event. Vemzii and SimplyFearMe. Do you have a lot of experience playing against them? How do you think tomorrow's going to go?
I played with Vemzii a lot. That's my boy. He's cool. I don't know much about SimplyFearMe, but I definitely think it's a good matchup. It could go either way. So, see.
Out of all the people that you've competed against, who is that #1 rival for you?
Myself. 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I get my ass kicked by certain people, and I obviously want to improve and be better than a lot of people, but at the end of the day, like, my rival is myself. And as long as I'm improving and being a better version of myself next day, like day in and day out, then I don't know, I think I'll always continue to be my own rival.
Now, being a world champion, looking at all the players in the past, they've all shared common traits. They've all been extremely confident players from the get-go, and I think a lot of players are recognizing that in you right away. I think a lot of players like Bound and Renegade, they understand that you're at that level mentally. You just have a lot to learn about the game. Well, where would you say you're at as far as your development as an individual player and as a teammate?
Where I'm at, I would say,
yeah,
I can definitely compete at top level. I think as long as I have good teammates, I'm good to go. I think my focus and attention have been kind of where I've needed to improve the most, and so I've focused on that more. By focus and attention, I mean just like watching my death cam and making sure I'm calling out everything that I see. Watching my team's movement, making sure I'm able to support them and where I push, stuff like that. So I definitely think I can compete at top level, but proving myself will definitely be the key to getting there. So,
on your come up, what were some of the most influential professionals that you used to pay attention to, like watch their gameplay or just study them or play with them? Who was that person that you most looked up to and learned the most from?
So actually, it wasn't a pro that I looked up to at first. So when I first got into Halo 5, I got my ass whooped by Divine Damsel. And I swear, like, that just became, like, my goal was to be, like, the best girl at the time. And I really wanted to do that. And so I grinded and I practiced. And I think female pro league tournaments came up. And I formed my own little team. And we would obviously, like, go and try to beat them. But, you know, they would beat us every time. And then one day, Katie hit me up. And she said, would you like to join our team? And I was like, there's no way she just asked me that. Like, they're trolling. Like, whatever. And I ended up getting on the best team like that. And I realized, like, improving and just setting your mind to something, like, I really saw a difference in myself. And, you know, I went from being this random girl, like, nobody knew about, like, everyone thought I was a guy, to being on the best female team in the course of, you know, months. So I think Katie was my first, like, real person I looked up to, for sure. But now I think just in general, like, I feel like a lot of the top pros are good to look up to in terms of if you want to get better.
What do you think about the Money Tuesdays?
I think that's awesome. It's an awesome opportunity for I think the amateur card, I think it is. I think that's a really good opportunity for people to kind of prove themselves, and if they're on the come up, to obviously, like, show off what they can do. Just kind of just show the progress of, you know, what everybody's been making. And I don't know, I think it's really cool. I think it's really good entertainment for people who just like to see, like, Bound and Renegade go off and, like, top pros, and just see them compete. I think it's really interesting to watch them. So.
Okay, so what made you want to join the military?
So I wanted to get on my feet and kind of support myself, be able to go to events, like, whenever I wanted to. And I think the best way for me to have done that was to go join the military. They pay for your housing, pay for your food. And I'm obviously doing a really good thing. There's a good cause behind it. So it was kind of like, there wasn't really any cons there. I'm serving my country, like, I have a great job, I'm doing finance, and I really love it. And I make good money. I know I'm going to be able to afford to go to events in the future. And I think just the biggest part for me was getting that independence and kind of being able to start, like, hit the ground running with what I want to do. So I feel like it just gave me that freedom to be able to do that.
Why did you choose the Air Force?
I know, like, people from other branches, they're probably gonna kick my ass for saying this, but I think it's the best branch. So I don't know. Just a lot of. I think it just catered more to me and what I wanted. Like, I wanted a desk job going in. I wanted something where I could work, like, specific hours so that I knew that, or so that, like, I can get on at night and, like, know that I can put on those hours to game. I can have a set schedule. And so I think finance was really able to provide that for me in terms of, like, Air Force jobs. So I ended up doing that.
Do you see yourself going career in the military, or what is your plans?
I'm not really sure yet. I signed a contract for 6 years, so I think I'll get out when I'm 25. But I don't know, it just depends where I decide to take gaming. I think if I'm winning, you know, world championships and stuff like that, which is definitely my goal, I'll probably just do the 6 years and continue pursuing gaming. But for now, it's more so to just do something good. It gave me a sense of purpose and just get me on my feet in terms of, like, financially. It's really supporting me, so.
What does your family think about you being in the military and away from home for so long?
My mom's really proud of me for it. I think my dad would have been very proud of me for doing it too. it's very, it gives you a really good feeling knowing that, like, you represent your country and you're helping out, you know, the bigger cause, which is, you know, keeping America safe. I'm obviously not, you know, shooting guns or anything, but I guess providing money to the warfighter. I don't know, I don't know. It gives me a sense of purpose, and I feel like my mom is just proud of me for finding that, you know, along with gaming. She was kind of nervous about me becoming, you know, wanting to become a professional gamer, and seeing that I wanted to make a profession out of gaming. I feel like it just gave her some peace of mind knowing that I was also working for the Air Force too, and I'm going for both things. So I think it's more so just my mom, her being proud of me for that.
And you said that you're into finance. What exactly is that where you want to be, or is there somewhere else that you might see yourself?
I think my job's very easy, and when I get done with all my work, I just feel like the sense of satisfaction at the end of the day. Like, I'm ahead of the game. Doing my work, getting it done, like, you know, helping other people in the office. Like, it just gives me a sense of, like, I'm getting stuff done, and I like that. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'd want any other job, to be honest. It's just, it's very great for what I want to do in the long run, like, big picture.
Yeah.
So.
Professional gamer.
Yeah.
Have you shot a gun?
Oh, yeah. So I have a story about that. So in basic training, we all had to pass this test of like shooting a target, making sure you hit it or whatever. And my shot grouping was really good. I can obviously, like, hit my target pretty well, but when they tell you you have to shoot your own target, and I didn't do that. I shot the girls to my left. I shot her target. I barely passed, and I guess she was missing a lot because she, like, just barely passed. I don't know, but I mean, I guess it was meant to be, because you can get, like, a medal, I guess, for shooting a certain amount of bullets into a certain area of the target. I was going for that. I was really disappointed that I didn't get it, but I helped the girl next to me pass, so I don't know. Guess I did a good thing. But
how did you shoot the wrong target? I
don't know. They're so far away, and they're all numbered, and I just didn't look at the numbers before I looked at the target, so just an average mistake, I guess.
Howdy everybody, my name is Brandon Pettis, aka LouisVTitan, and this is a Money Tuesday recap. We're going to step into the $1,000 match between Bound Renegade and Druk and Soulsnipe.
That's going to be big for Soulsnipe to get away with this camouflage. He cannot afford to get an early pick, and Renegade does it from P2.
Without hesitation, our main event starts highly contested. Renegade will negate the camo player, then double back to provide some cover for Bound. The timing is perfect, but Bound gets antsy, challenging when no shields, leaving Renegade to clean up. He takes down Soulsnipe and lands the from the grave stick to maintain the lead. 30 seconds later, Soulsnipe crosses blue 2. He's got a one-on-one with the world champ. He lands the final headshot to tie up game 1, 5-all.
Soulsnipe pushing in to find the collapse on the last player at red, but he's not finding the angle, and Renegade actually repositioned himself and took out Druk, and Soulsnipe's nowhere to be helped. Oh no, Soulsnipe needs to win this one-on-one, and he loses it, but he gets the stick off in time.
Second camo will fall into Bound's hands, but his aggression would be his demise. 3 minutes into game 1, and this is still a 1-point game. About a minute later, we start to see the returning champs pull away. It's a 5-kill swing in their favor as Renegade hits the shots on Druk in more ways than one.
Renegade already dropping the body disrespect. I don't know what's going on here. It's only game 1.
And Soulsnipe, he learned from last time, you don't just go straight for the camo. You have to wait a little bit, bait the players out. He does a great job of getting the damage down, but cannot survive, and that's going to be a critical error. And I think that's the error that's going to cost him the game right here, Tony.
Druk showing signs of life late in game 1, landing the perfect shots on Renegade, then in the same life, cleans up Renegade once again, but Bound will have his number. In the end, it's too little, too late. Bound and Renegade take game 1, 25-18. Moving on to game 2 in this best of 7. It's Plaza, and the returning champs look to keep the pedal to the metal.
Bound plants the sniper rifle right on Soulsnipe's head.
Bound would eventually follow that up with an additional no-scope body shot to take an early 3-0 lead.
Druk is getting pushed over towards the side, so he's kind of watching the flanks here. They're getting pushed hard. Renegade's already on top glass. He pushes and takes out Druk. Soulsnipe goes right back at Renegade. Now Bound gonna challenge Soulsnipe, and Soulsnipe making him pay right there, getting the no-scope on the head of Bound. That was incredible, Gary.
Oh my angle, give him a haircut. He's absolutely down over at that bench. Soulsnipe with the incredible angle, and look at him, he's not going to chase that kill. He's going to actually push out towards blue to force the split spawn over at glass, and now they're able to collapse once again together, and they're going to be able to get this overshield.
Soulsnipe would get 1 kill to expand the challenger lead to 4. He would then push Renegade bottom lift knowing he has the advantage, but Renegade with the reversal stunting the momentum of his opponents. 30 seconds later, Soulsnipe knows he needs to make up for his mistakes. He lands the no-look sticky, uses the cheeky route to get to S4. He finds the sniper rifle, then drops down on a weak Bound and cleans him up with a light rifle. It's 14-8.
Bound and Renegade, y'all was shooting bodies last game, but you're not going to get in the heads of Soulsnipe and Druk.
Later, Renegade in an advantageous position. He will clean up Druk, then have a chance to burn overshield, but can't hit the shots. Soulsnipe has a chance to maintain their momentum as he is granted full OS. He knows if he gives proper attention to both Bound and Renegade, he can make this play, and it starts to come to fruition. Bound will fall, then he sets his sights on Renegade, but the world champ hits the no-scope. Meanwhile, Druk flies in for the trade, maintaining the challenger lead with 7 minutes remaining in regulation.
Bound has 1 sniper bullet to work with, so he's not going to have a lot of sniper ammunition to get himself back into this game. He finds the beautiful body shot on Druk over at bottom driveway, but so far we're seeing a very well-played game from Druk and Soulsnipe. Now the question is, can they hold on to it? I'm not yet convinced. Mr. Soulsnipe has the sniper once again, and they have a lead to work with. And he hits the no-scope at glass. Druk gets the trade. They have the 3-kill lead and the overshield. He's done what's necessary. This game is theirs to lose. He secured the yard spawn, saw the new combo was there, and he's flying out for some high-octane action.
The well-placed nade drops Bound. Soulsnipe spots Renegade on Snipe. He still has overshield, so he flies over dump to collapse on the world champ, and suddenly we're 2 kills away from a tied series.
You see Soulsnipe not really trying to take an open position because he wants to keep that sniper alive. Unfortunately, he gets caught in the clamber at top LR. He's going to go down, and now Druk cannot afford to die, and he gets the stick off. Druk at the last second gets the stick, and to me, that's going to be the nail in the coffin.
Renegade with the sniper rifle in hand still has 3 shots left in this chamber. They're only down by 4 kills. They can easily come back. Beautiful snipe coming in by Renegade. Now we're going to see the collapse from from Renegade and Bound over towards Flowers. Getting the shots in. He's going for the trade. He almost risked it all.
It's Renegade looking for some head to peel, and man, that challenge that we saw from Druk and Soulsnipe at the end, they desperately wanted that last kill, and it could cost them as Renegade is getting one after the other, but Druk finds Bound, and all Bound had to do was stay alive.
Series tied 1-1, and riding that momentum into game 3 is Soulsnipe. He steals the OS out of Bound's hands and secures the kill.
Bound has been maneuvering this map great, finding the angles to find picks and staying alive. We see the trade out happen. Druk looking for that final. How did Bound get behind him? Tony, I'm lost and I have outlines. What did he do? What did he do? And there we go, overshield's coming up, and we see Soulsnipe on it. He's not quite able to get away with it, and now once again 2 players down. They wait a little bit to maximize the amount of overshield possible to have. He's in a great spot, but he's gonna have to fight a 1v2 with this overshield. Can he stay alive? He gets 3 shots on both players, repositions his teammates coming from underneath. Oh, from over top, actually. Mr. Soulsnipe pushed over to P1, and that's going to leave Druk by his lonesome. A little bit of a misstep right there, in my opinion, Tony.
Renegade would go on to secure a killing spree. He then lands the noob combo onto Soulsnipe to pad the lead, and he wants more, but unfortunately bites off a bit more than he can chew. Nice work by Druk to stop the bleeding.
So elusive, able to drop down, get the perfect name, and letting him know about it.
Down by 3, the third power-up would go to Soulsnipe. He's got Renegade in his face contesting, but the OS would prove too much. Druk and Soulsnipe only down by 2.
The Renegade pushing through. He wants to find this trade. He does exactly that. And like I said, it's just trade for trade Halo at this point.
Still on board with our challengers, they need to turn things around, and this looks promising. Druk with the cleanup. Soulsnipe continues to apply pressure, and the route out of Druk brings game 3 to 15 all. Moments later though, Bound provides the distraction to allow Renegade to secure overshield. Bound falls to Druk, but Renegade would eventually beat down Soulsnipe. Our returning champs hold on to a 2-kill advantage with time winding down.
Druk finishes off with a kill. Now he's stuck top mid by himself, putting some good shots in, and Druk ends up taking out Bound and tying up the game at 18 apiece.
Don't blink, because these players aren't holding back. Neither team wants to back down. 19-19, trade after trade, 20-20. You can feel the tension in the arena.
Bound has a 1-on-1 fight at P2. He needs to try to win this one. No nades to use, and that could allow this player at P2 to stay alive. It's Soulsnipe, and Soulsnipe does his job, allows Druk to get in position. The kill has been found on Bound, and the overshield is coming up soon. And we see Renegade have to position himself back up the top mid, and that's going to be a full overshield for Mr. Soulsnipe to work with.
Soulsnipe would fly across top mid to force Bound into a fight, and Druk hits the perfect. It's 22-20 in favor of the challengers.
But there we go, Renegade finds the pick, but the overshield basically still in full effect for Soulsnipe, and he's not letting this player get away from him. He's trying to find the shots necessary, eventually lands that final one, and now he has another full shield to work with, but Bound puts him down. They're in the driver's seat, really, with this noob combo to take this game, but Renegade, and once again, another close-up fight, and Druk knows better than to challenge that. Soulsnipe didn't apparently get the memo. He goes down 23-0, and now Druk is trapped in his back base. His teammates are spawning away. He gets the trade at the last second, 24-0. Bound is top mid. The player's pushing out red car. The fight is happening. 3 shots in for each. Bound with a mishap, and he's stutter stepping underneath the base. He's trying to reposition himself. He reloads. He pushes forward. The player isn't there anymore. Druk has left. Soulsnipe is nowhere to be seen. I think he's probably in that red car. And we see Renegade in the top base. He takes a couple shots, and man, they do not want to make any mistake. They're looking for the opportunity. Find a player, not looking, as Renegade pushes to P2, and the unorthodox decision might work out, and it does! Renegade's perfect kill! Going down 3-1 and having that pressure built on early on into the series is the last thing that they can afford. And look at Bound with this immediate flank. They're both trying to take down Renegade, but Renegade stays alive, and we're up 4-0 now.
Switching gears over towards Renegade right now is actually making his way over towards P3. We have a 6-0 lead in favor of Bound and Renegade, and this is the confidence that comes from winning a game number 1. They've already won on this map, so at this point, you know, that YY hitting different. They're walking around this map with a little swagger in their steps. They're like, hey, we can beat them game 1. Why the heck can we not beat them on game 4?
They're playing fast, they're playing aggressive, they're winning their individuals, and they're getting to each other's help fast enough. You see Renegade, he's baiting Bound masterfully right there. They don't expect them to be directly behind him. He's on a killing spree. And you know, if Bound gets his next kill, they'll both be on killing sprees for the first 10 kills of the game. And going down 10-0, this is the Bound and Renegade everyone expects. They're so dominant on the map. They always have this sense of where each other are. They know when to help, they know when to de-challenge, they know how to live. It's just an incredible 2's game to watch these guys play. And Druk and Soulsnipe, they're in trouble, right? You know, going on a 10-0 spree is not something that you see happen with that often. They need to get it together here and now if they want to get back into this game. There's still a chance, right? They still have the opportunity, but it's going to take a lot of effort. And we finally see the first kill on the board.
Talk about a momentum swing. Bound and Renegade start off game 4 10-0. It would take the power up to stop the momentum. Druk has it in his hands. As our challengers finally snap out of it, he would eventually die to nades.
Going down 3-1. The next game is going to be for the $1,000 pot. They have to figure it out here and now. Soulsnipe with the reversal metal. He's going to try to chip away, but this game, it's basically done. I hope that they get to that 10 kill mark.
Bound and Renegade would maintain that 10-point difference throughout game 4. A nice double kill out of Soulsnipe, and he is not done.
Soulsnipe's been landing perfect shots across the map at P2. Druk's been repositioning himself to help as much as possible. They're starting to chip away at it quite a bit. And look at Soulsnipe living over at this P2. He throws the well-placed nade. He stays alive and finds the double kill. Soulsnipe and Druk trying to do what's necessary to get themselves back into this game.
If you are going to lose mid-series by 10, this is the way to do it. Going down swinging was Druk and Soulsnipe, but Bound and Renegade now lead 3-1, only one more win to secure the cash. Game 5 could not start any better for our challengers as Druk hits the early double and secures the overshield on his time. It would eventually be a 4-0 swing for Druk and Soulsnipe before the overshield is burned. A minute 30 into Game 5, Druk would outshoot Bound for a 6-2 lead with the next overshield on his mind.
6-2 lead in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe right now. The overshield is coming up very soon and Druk is ready and clutching up. He already took out Bound. Renegade is actually not in position for it. They have no idea what the exact timing is, but Soulsnipe was ready, able to get that overshield. Druk trying to stay alive over towards top mid. Renegade doing a little bit of chasey chase on him. Yeah, Soulsnipe has his own player in front of him, gets the win on Bound. Now going to focus up on Renegade. They're playing lights out. I'm very impressed by the way Druk and Soulsnipe are playing on regret.
Meanwhile, Renegade and Bound need to stop the bleeding. 3 minutes into Game 5, the movement out of Renegade would prove too much for Soulsnipe. Then moments later, Bound off of respawn would collapse on Druk and Soulsnipe, securing the double kill. It's 5-10 in favor of our challengers.
Right now, they're getting split. It's looking dangerous.
10-7 lead in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. However, all the momentum kind of in favor of Bound and Renegade. They're playing lights out right here. 8 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Soulsnipe able to take out Renegade. Bound on the prowl right now, trying to hunt down Soulsnipe. Here he goes, gets a couple of shots in. Soulsnipe is unorthodox as possible, but it was not enough for him to stay alive.
Oh, look at that reach out, Tony. That's what I mean by Bound. He knows when to come back and help his teammate.
The third OS would go to Bound. The beatdown on Druk would tie it up at 11-all. And then moments later, the trade out of Bound and Druk would keep it close. Meanwhile, the chow out of Soulsnipe would not go in his favor. Our challengers need to turn things up and turn it around right now.
He tried, but let me tell you, Soulsnipe, he may not get the kills when you want him, but he's always on time. Getting some good shots in, coming from Soulsnipe right now. Ends up getting taken out. Bound going in for the flank. That's going to leave Druk momentarily by himself. Going in for an unorthodox challenge on Renegade.
18-14, Renegade has a chance to grab OS. He tries to get away but can't do so. This would prove to be an important play if you're Druk and Soulsnipe. Soulsnipe catches Bound flying across top mid for an uncontested kill, then rotates into red 2 for the double team on Renegade. It's now a 2-point game, still in favor of the champs.
Oh, come on, Druk. You need to find this kill. You need to tone it down, and he does it when it's necessary. The 5 shots rain true.
20 seconds later, it's a 2v2. Bound would be the lone survivor, and he can taste the cash searching for spawners. But the perfect out of Soulsnipe brings him down to earth. Fast forward 10 seconds, there's another exchange of kills, 22-21, and the lobby takes a moment to breathe.
They want this next overshield, and they want to use that bit of advantage to get themselves back into this game. And look at Druk. He finds the player out of position. Soulsnipe gets the cleanup, and with overshield coming up momentarily, Druk is putting damage in on the last player, but the new combo's on that player, and he manages to stay alive. Bound doesn't want to challenge and get that kill.
Tied 22-all, Soulsnipe has the OS. They have Bound cornered. That gives them the 1-point advantage. The challengers start pushing with OS in tandem. Bound can't escape. It comes down to a 1v1 between Soulsnipe and Renegade, and from the bottom ground, Soulsnipe keeps the pistol out and wins the piv to push the series to Game 6. Ice in the vein of Soulsnipe right there. We saw our challengers take Plaza in Game 2. They need to do it again to keep their chances alive.
We see Druk once again going for that fast moving movement towards top mid, and he repositions himself and finds Renegade peeking over on the other side. But while that was happening, Soulsnipe lost the individual movement battle with Bound for the overshield, and Bound translates that disastrous position into a 2-kill swing for his team.
And this is one thing I don't like about tube settings. That sniper rifle has way too much ammo in it. We should have about a half clip when it comes to two settings. But always money two settings are played with a full clip, and it's dangerous. It really is. When you put it in the hands of a magician like Renegade, he's gonna make some plays like you're seeing right now as he chases down that player, and now they have a 5-1 lead in favor of Bound and Renegade.
1 minute later, Soulsnipe is forced to pry the sniper rifle out of Renegade's hands. It's now 5-4.
But notice how that Reds player spawned in blue. That's going to be bad. Now it's a 2v2 situation. Druk takes out Bound. Now they're going at each other, and Renegade goes down. 6-6 tie. 9 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock, and Soulsnipe gets rewarded with an overshield.
The trades continue for the next 2 minutes. Renegade with the rifle once again. He catches Soulsnipe mid-clamber with a no-scope headshot combo. Then Bound secures the OS. Momentum appears to be in favor of the returning Money Tuesday champions.
And that's a 4-kill lead for the reigning champions. It's going to be a tough hill to climb. Druk and Soulsnipe going to need to use this next sniper rifle to get themselves back into this game, as Bound is over challenging and he's feeling himself. He wins that fight versus Soulsnipe. The trade comes through, but what it's done, it's opened up the snipe lane for Renegade to go get in position. They're going to trap him over at blue, and now they're going to be able to get the sniper rifle for themselves and use that to put away this game.
And let me tell you, great plays by Renegade right there to utilize that light rifle, not even to get the kill, but to put shots and damage down, forcing the blue team to back down so they could not advance towards the sniper rifle. But it doesn't matter because he dropped down weak. Druk was able to sniff him out there. This player by himself. Bound goes down as well. And just like that, we're in a 2-kill game. Overshield and sniper rifle back in favor of this blue team squad. They can do it. They can force a game 7. I'm feeling it, Gary. I feel it.
I feel it with you, brother. And every time we think a team has an advantage, the other team, they break out of the trap. They know what they have to do. They execute. Every time we've seen it, the 4-kill lead has been reduced to 1. Druk has the sniper rifle. Soulsnipe with the overshield. Druk hits the shot. Top gun medal.
30 seconds later, Druk hits the body shot on Bound, but Soulsnipe dies either way. Druk elects to contest Renegade top mid. The movement out of Renegade makes him nearly impossible to hit. That's a 2-kill swing for Bound and Renegade. Then moments later, all 4 players in gold. Renegade with the body shot, Soulsnipe with the plasma pistol. Backup flies in from both teams. It comes down to a 1v1 between Druk and Bound. Bound hits the first shot, Druk has to reload, and Bound finishes the kill. It's 21-18. Bound and Renegade in control.
Renegade trying to stay alive towards top. They're going to go for a little bit of a flank here. That player over going towards U-turn, but Bound was ready, puts good shots, staying alive. Renegade comes in for the drop down and the kill. 3 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock. They have control for overshield.
They would isolate and collapse on Soulsnipe, pick up overshield, and Renegade would secure the double kill. That's all she wrote. Bound and Renegade take the $1,000 series 4-2 in 6 games.
Produced by LouisVTitan and live from Bryan, Texas. You're watching LouisVTitan's Money Tuesday.
Oh my God, Bashford.
LouisVTitan's Money Tuesday starts now.
Woo! What's going on, everybody? My name is Brandon Pettis, aka LouisVTitan, and welcome, because this is Money Tuesday. I'm joined with my boy KnightyKnight, aka Alex Irwin, aka KnightyKnight. Go ahead and talk to him for me, please.
Man, you excited? I'm excited. This is going to be one heck of a night. There's so much to do, so much to talk about. We've got an amazing undercard, an amazing main show. The attraction tonight is going to be, can we take down these juggernauts? This is going to be one heck of
heck of a bout. I don't know who's going to come out on top on either of the undercard or the main attraction. Like, it's going to be insane.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Speaking of this fight card, right? We got CommandStation and Commonly versus SimplyFearMe and Vemzii, and then of course our $1,000 main event. We got Bound and Renegade, our defending champs, going against Frosty and Tripppey.
Yeah, those two. I mean, we tried to come up with the best possible duo to try to take down Bound and Renegade because they've been unstoppable ever since they started playing. They've been playing for years now, almost 3 years, and they've just been that team that, like, no one can beat. Like, they've been practicing in Shotzi, Neptune, the best of the best in the 2v2 realm, and I think that this team could possibly do it. Frosty and Tripppey, man, this is going to be a great night, Brandon.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of the Money 2 world, this is going to be your typical competition Money 2 series. We got Truth, Plaza, Regret. Those are vetted to be the most competitive maps, the most, I guess, predictable versus being unpredictable. This is how you determine who is better. Knighty, go ahead and break down these maps one by one, please.
Well, Truth and Regret, they're pretty much similar in almost every way. The way you want to play them, you want to use top middle a lot. You want to make sure you're cycling the spawns. You want to make sure that you're timing the camo or the OS. And it's very much about the team shot. It's about holding down as high on the map as you can be on pink, on carbine. You want to be moving with your teammate and getting good rotations in at all times. You also want to make sure that you're blocking spawns. Like, there's a lot of in-depth plays that people just don't think about until they start really dissecting the top-level players. And then you've got Plaza, of course, the only map with a sniper. So that really is the big kicker, right? Like, I've heard a lot of the top players say that Plaza is just one of those maps where you just pretty much can take over. You can dominate it by hitting those clutch shots with the snipe, being on top of that OS, and it leaves a lot of openings for comebacks, and it's just a perfect 2v2 map. And then we have Regret, which plays so similar. Basically, the design is similar with carbine, pink, top, middle, but it does have a lot more cover. You have, there's not as many open sight lines, so there's a lot more places to hide, set up traps, and to be able to just, control the map in a different way. It's definitely one of the favorites of a lot of players, and I think some of the stats go for, they show as far as Renegade goes, like, I think that's his best map individually. Like, he just does not lose on that map.
Yeah, definitely. They've been very dominating. You say he does not lose. They have a 100% winning rate on Truth, but they have dropped one game, both to Druk and Snipe, on each of Plaza and Regret. But, I'm going to get back to punching buttons because that's what I do best. I'm a producer. I'm dedicated to Halo, and I love what I do. So I'm going to actually bring up our analysis and our casters. We got, we got Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh! Tools. I should say Tools Cast, Garrett O'Toole. Then we got Tony Rose, Mr. YNOT be casting, and we got Alex Hope, Mr. Shyway. Guys, how are you feeling?
Incredible.
Let's go first. Damn excited, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't ask for better matches. I think we have an undercard that's going to please everyone, and then obviously the main card. Who can take down Bound and Renegade from last week? I mean, from 2 weeks ago. I don't know. They look unstoppable.
We got to give Tony a shout out here. He's always got to do his intro. Tony, go ahead. And also, we have Shyway, the man. What's going on, Alex?
See this Tony with his new stylish microphone, by the way. Guys, I got to say, I'm coming in here as a fan, okay? I watched the show 2 weeks ago. This production value is top tier. Louis, I know you're listening. You're incredible at what you do, man. The show's going to be fire. I'm privileged to be here, honestly. It's going to be a one hell of a tournament today. Everybody who's watching in the chat, I hope you guys are excited because, man, we got some serious matchups today.
Yeah, today is going to be exciting. Starting this one off, we have a great matchup in the undercard, and we've got to start talking about it. I'm going to bring up the first team. It is going to be a a professional team. It's Elevate. They represent Elevate. It is I'm sorry, SimplyFearMe. Yes, SimplyFearMe and Vemzii, who has been called the Little Bound by or the Bound Junior by Renegade, and they'll be taking on CommandStation and Commonly, who we feel like has been just doing incredible and has been keeping up. 2v2s, he's not played as much, but I don't know. How do you think this is going to fare as far as a fair match, Gary?
To me, I think this is a 3-2 all the way. I think these teams really close in comparison. My X factor for this match, though, is going to be CommandStation. She plays a ton of 2v2s, a ton of 1v1s. She's really in this niche of the Halo community, and she's paired with one of the best pros at just fitting into any system necessary. Commonly is absolutely incredible at making sure he does what's necessary to win games. If he can mesh really well with CommandStation, I give them the edge in this match. But I know so many people disagree with me, but I'm really gonna firmly plant my flag. I think CommandStation and Commonly take this game 3-2.
Yeah, if we talk about her some more, it's like she has adopted this mindset. You heard her interview while we were waiting for the show, that she is just wanting to improve every aspect of her life, not just becoming a better Halo player, but becoming a better person through gaming and being a competitive world champion. She wants to be the best there is, and that is so admirable to say. I mean, I just love that attitude. I think I was listening to some pro players say that if you don't go in with that mentality that you can be a world champion, then there's no reason to even try. Because if you're not aiming for first, what is the point? And that's exactly what she is doing. It's incredible to see. We've seen her do amazing things with Bound in the Hydra events. She's been winning a ton, and she's been just very consistent. She's really surprised me a lot. And I'm just excited to see her today, because that really is the story. It's to see if she can prove herself against some very high-level talents, just incredible players, Vemzii and SimplyFearMe. I cannot wait to see this. But let's talk a little bit about those guys. SimplyFearMe. Tony, what do you know, man?
Hadasan, aka SimplyFearMe, the young 22-year-old, currently living in Vancouver right now. The man's absolutely insane. He's lived across the world. He's lived in Dubai. He's played against some of the top pros. As far as in the European Cup, we actually finished 9th place in the European Open. It was MLG Halo 5 London 2017. So a lot of people aren't really too familiar with SimplyFearMe right now, but he's been taking the online scene by storm. And as you guys mentioned before, he's a part of Elevate. These guys are nasty. These guys are up and up. They did finish in the top 8 just in the last Pro Series season. So watch out for these guys. If you guys are looking for a dark horse team and a dark horse player, look no further than SimplyFearMe.
And his teammate Vemzii, who has just been on the come up and has been playing 2v2s a ton with top-level players. He has really proven that he has what it takes to be able to dominate in this realm, in the 2v2 side of things. Not much of a big name yet on the side of 4v4, but hey, he'll get there. He's a young talent. Oh my God.
Yeah, can I just say, look at this guy. Look at this gameplay, by the way. Vemzii, he's quickly on the come up, but this man is the definition of cracked. Like he's hitting his Y button so fast. You think this guy's got like he's got like a rapid fire bot on his Y button or something. Even his menu, if you watch him navigate the Xbox menus, he's cracked at menu navigation. It's nuts. I'm pretty sure just raw speed, he might even be faster than Bound, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's a better player. I think his speed is almost to a fault. So sometimes that can kind of hurt him and his decision making. So we'll see how that goes. But I think as far as 2's experience, I think Vemzii is the one who's played it the most, and it's definitely going to show today.
You think out of all 4 of these players, it's for sure that he's played the most 2s?
I don't know if it's for sure, but I do feel like, especially recently, Vemzii is grinding more 2s than anyone. I'm seeing him play 2s constantly.
Nice.
He's playing with the best players. And somebody like Commonly, he's typically playing 4s. You know, he'll play 2s to prepare for a tournament or prepare for something like this. But in between that, Commonly's more of a 4s player. You know, CommandStation, obviously, she showed some great stuff recently. but curious to see how she's going to do when she's playing with somebody like Commonly and not Bound. And then FearMe, I know we said some great stuff about him. FearMe hasn't proven himself to me just yet. I know he's an Elevate player. He's a great player, but this is a big proving ground for him today. I'm curious to see how he plays in this environment.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big deal. It's for money, $100 on the line for the undercard, walking away with $50 that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Playing some Halo. He's going to be playing Halo anyways, so why not be a little bit under pressure? And it also is a good time to be practicing under pressure matches. Money matches are going to help you to just, understand how your body is going to react in that type of situation. It was always a good thing when I used to land back in the day. Always wanting to just make sure to prove myself with putting some bets on the table. But here we go. We are going to talk about the final player in our undercard. That is going to be Commonly. Now, Commonly is one of those guys who has always been kind of under the radar. He's always been unbelievable individually, but a lot of people don't give him enough credit for his playmaking ability, his slaying when he has a power weapon, and just his overall just drive to want to win. They don't see that the aggressive, just killer mentality that I do. I've been competing with and against Commonly ever since Halo Reach. I knew him when he was about 16, and he just really impressed me. Like, he had no respect for anybody. Like, he just came out hot, talking smack to all of us, big guns, people that have been top 24, top 16. He didn't care who it was. He was talking smack. And he did pretty good at his first LAN, and then he started teaming with some pretty decent people in Halo 4, and he started showing that he could pretty much hang with anybody. He was beating all the top pros online, and then he goes to one of his first big events, which was Halo 5 in Daytona, and he showed us he could be an unbelievable potential. His potential was endless. Like, it was unbelievable. I was just so shocked by some of the things I saw him do. His shot was perfect. His decision-making, he did not hesitate whatsoever. And then eventually, he got picked up in the whole scramble when Lethal left Evil Geniuses, and he won his gold medal against the greatest Halo roster there ever has been. Lethal, Frosty, Royal 2, and Snakebite. He beat that team at one of his first big showings, and that right there, that proves enough about him, that he has what it takes to be one of the greatest. I think he might have lost his drive somewhere along the way, but he is putting in the time and the effort. He's also going to school. He's got a lot on his plate. He's got a lot of things that he wants to do in life, but man, I've just always respected his game. His game is just amazing. Is there anything you guys want to say about him? I think he's fantastic.
No, I mean, honestly, look out for that Flyer squad this season in HCS. To me, I think they're an upset top 4 team. With the pickups that they made, with Commonly being the general that they need, he's just a perfect player to just guide a team. He's that leader. He's that person you need. The question is how rusty is this 2v2? Because this isn't 4s. If it was 4s, him all day. No question about it, right? He does what's needed to win. But can he translate that over to 2s? And I think he will, because he's Commonly. And honestly, Commonly, he's that dark horse for me when it comes to pro players. He's critically underrated. People always kind of write him off like, hey, he's not as good as these top folks. I think, honestly, you build a team around a player like Commonly, and that he'll get his chances come Infinite.
I do have to agree with Garrett, and sorry guys, in that he's very level-headed, Commonly, right? His mindset is amazing, his approach to the game, and he's very good at just meshing with anybody he plays with. So today, playing with a CommandStation, I'm sure things will go really well in the communication. If they're under pressure, he knows how to navigate those situations and keep the comms light, keep the energy going. He's good with that. Whereas somebody like Vemzii and SimplyFearMe, Vemzii gets hot-headed. You put Vemzii in a bad situation, or somebody makes a play that he doesn't agree with, he'll cuss you out. So that can kind of affect their gameplay. That can affect their chemistry, right? Where I feel like CommandStation and Commonly, they're going to keep it together. However, I don't know how much CommandStation and Commonly played together. They might not have that same level of experience. But yeah, I do think Commonly is very good at adapting to a situation. Whether or not he can, it's just adaptation just to play well, or if he can do good enough to really dominate today. That's a big question mark. I'm not sure just yet.
Tony?
I actually have to sit down with Commonly recently, and I got to dig into like what his mind a little bit. I was interested in not only knowing about the actual player playing on the screen, but I wanted to know what he was like behind the screen. And he was telling me about a time where he was he was a little bit overweight. He actually gained a little bit of pounds, which I know a little bit about myself. But he gained a little bit of weight and whatnot. He noticed that the normal gaming lifestyle it isn't the healthiest at times. So what he started to do was he started actually picking up basketball out of nowhere. He's a tall dude. Dude is over 6 foot tall. So he picked up basketball out of nowhere and started playing a little bit, going to his local rec center, going to the park and whatnot. And that's what kind of helped also fuel his competitive edge. Then when we started talking about we were doing a little bit of film review and whatnot. And he equated. He's like honestly, he's like a lot of Halo has to it can be translated to basketball. There's a lot of similarities. Like when that outlet pass is coming in and whatnot, you got to hit that transition, get baseline. That 1 second timing loss if you don't hit that that off ball screen. You missed your opportunity. Now you don't have a layup. Now you don't have a point. Now you got to get back on defense, and now you're at a disadvantageous position. So it was really cool to watch Commonly go into basketball, be a god at that too, because he can't do anything wrong apparently, and then then take that mindset and translate it to his Halo game.
And, Tony, you bring up a great point there in that out of everyone in this event today, I think Commonly does his homework more than anybody. This guy watches film. He goes back and he does review. I know he reviews with Callus as well. He's a great coach. So he's got knowledge, especially on spawns, on positioning, on strategy that I think other players they neglect. They don't even take time to focus on. So Commonly, he does his homework. He studies up for sure. And it looks like that happens in basketball and in other areas as well.
All right, guys, here's the series layout. We are going to do some predictions. I'm going to start with you, Gare, then Tony, then Alex. Go ahead, Gare.
I'm sticking to it, man. It has to be Commonly in CommandStation for this match. How it happens, I'm pretty sure we go to a nail-biter of a Game 5. Give the people what they want at home. I just see Commonly's experience and CommandStation's hunger. I think it propels them over the edge, and they take it over the Elevate duo.
Tony?
SimplyFearMe, Vemzii. You got two players that are going to use this stage right here to launch their Halo career. They have so much to prove, and right here, I'm sorry, Commonly, I have so much respect for you. You two out at CommandStation. There's no bigger CommandStation fan than I am. However, right here, right now, it's Vemzii and SimplyFearMe's time.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Alex?
Knighty, I'm so split on this, man. This is why this is going to be a great matchup, because I really have no idea how it's going to go. It could go either way. I will say on paper, I'm leaning to Commonly in CommandStation. Commonly is a proven professional player. He's got the experience. CommandStation, she's done some great work. She's been proving herself recently. Vemzii and FearMe, they're still wild cards to me. They're cracked. They're fast. They know their stuff, but they're wild cards. I'm going to take a safe bet. I'm going to go with Commonly and CommandStation today.
All right. I like that. And I'm going to have to go on the other side. So it looks like we're split. SimplyFearMe and Vemzii, both of them have been grinding and hungry. And Vemzii has been playing the most 2v2s. I've heard that he's the little Bound by Renegade, and that to me, that's a lot of weight behind that. I got to give him. I got to give it to him, man. I think Commonly's great. I just don't think he has enough time in the 2v2. And also, I think CommandStation, I just haven't seen enough of her play against a solid duo yet. I've always, I've seen her in the Hydras, but I've never seen her play the Money 2s. So that's just my fault. I don't have enough information. Playing with Bound is a whole different experience. Bound is one of the best 2v2 players, if not the best 2v2 player in the world. So I just don't think Commonly's got the chops enough there, and she won't be really used to the way he's playing yet. They only really practiced last night. So guess what, guys? The lobby is formed. You can read it right there. We're ready to go in. We're ready to see what happens in this best of 5. Let's start this one up. I am so pumped.
Knighty, real quick, sorry to interject, guys. In the chat, can we get a 1 for Commonly CommandStation and a 2 for Vemzii, SimplyFearMe? I'm curious to hear what you guys think, because I see a lot of back and forth between you guys.
Yeah, I think there was a poll. We did a poll. Who ended up winning the poll?
Oh, we had a poll. Okay.
I think it was commonly in CommandStation took it by, I think, 20%. So, you know, the people in the corner are commonly in CommandStation a bit more, but we are loaded in. Map is coming in, Tony. You're with me for the ride. First specified in this undercard, $100 on the line, and, you know, the pride for it all. I'm so excited to see what happens. Our first map going to be on Truth, and we're going to start off with Vemzii as he heads over towards this camouflage.
Absolutely. CommandStation and commonly going up against Vemzii and SimplyFearMe, and somehow Vemzii gets away with the camouflage, drops the stick on CommandStation, taking him out, and we're already tied up at 1 apiece. Just like that.
It's just so fast, right? And we have commonly fighting in the bottom mid of the map. The unorthodox positions from both these players, but both of them deciding to live for now. You see the teammates coming in to help as they're trying to shore up on this car side. Interesting strategy from this blue team. They constantly have been going down through the bottom. This elevate duo taking these lower fights, as commonly has just been trying his best to stay alive. He eventually does get the trade, but that was a lot of time spent over in that bottom car area just to get that 1 kill. And honestly, both these teams, no one really quite showing that they have that step above yet, but we're still early on into this game, as we're about a minute and a half away from that next camouflage. I think that's really is going to be what decides who takes this early lead in the game. From that, I think we're going to be going trade for trade.
I think so, dude. As of right now, we're going to hop on board with CommandStation, currently down by 1 kill. See SimplyFearMe in front of him, put some good shots, can let them back down. And look at that, without any timing loss whatsoever, Vemzii comes in, but gets put down by CommandStation. We're tied up at 3 apiece. Commonly hits the 5, and that's a squad wipe. 4-3 lead back in favor of this red team.
And that was great awareness from CommandStation to look to our left, get the finishing shots in. Commonly gave the call out, and then Commonly goes out by himself, does what's necessary. He just did what was necessary once again. Vemzii goes off at the red side of the map, dies in a one-on-one. Commonly does not lose his pivotals, and I think that's going to be the storyline of this match, Tony. We're going to constantly see Commonly be in one-on-ones that are so pivotal to win, and I'm going to say he's going to win it almost every single time. He is one of those players that just has that ice. He knows what's necessary to win games. As CommandStation finds the trade out on SimplyFearMe. Camouflage going to be coming up in about 10 seconds as we see the players start to jockey over towards the P side. Get ready for that invis. We'll see who gets away with it.
I don't like that trade-off in favor of SimplyFearMe. He was right on top of Vemzii. Could have got that melee, maybe tried to stay alive right there, but either way, the kills go down. Vemzii able to take out CommandStation. 9 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock, and we are still tied. These two teams are evenly matched. Ain't no, I don't know. I'm going to stay with my pick. I'm going to stay SimplyFearMe Vemzii. I'm going to stay.
You're not swaying yet. I mean, we're only like 2 minutes into that first game. You know, it's free. You can change right now. But we do have SimplyFearMe. He got away with the camouflage over at car 1. They're winning the fights. Now taking that P3 position. We see them straight line across the map. They have each other's angles, and they're looking for some picks. And an unfortunate nade comes out from Commonly. It costs CommandStation's life as Vemzii puts in that final shot, and they finally have the foothold. They look like they have the lead, and they look like they're going to continue on this dominating spree that they're on. They look so great, but as I say that, Commonly finds a pick on SimplyFearMe over on the P ledge. That camouflage did not afford him enough time to stay hidden. It runs out, and Commonly immediately puts him down along with the help of CommandStation, and now we're seeing them both under pressure once again. Vemzii going to be able to take down CommandStation as Commonly's in a fight for his life over at P2. Can he win the pivotal? No, he gets taken down. The Blackluster Soldier emblem, the SimplyFearMe, the anime man, he takes it down. I love what I'm seeing from the SimplyFearMe and Vemzii roster thus far. They look like they're proving themselves to be the young guns that we know that they are. They took top 8 in the last HCS Pro Series, and they look like a well-oiled machine early on in this series.
And what was just tied up at 6 apiece right now is finally starting to see some separation put between these two teams. It's now 12-7 lead in favor of SimplyFearMe and Vemzii. Oh, and hold on, SimplyFearMe, another individual battle. CommandStation lets it back down, catch a different angle. She's actually going to go all the way down to Peachtree. Vemzii's actually hearing the call out, so now he's going for the flank and the pinch. 2 players on him. Vemzii comes out and takes out CommandStation. SimplyFearMe goes back at Commonly, and another squad wipe in favor of this blue team. 14-8 lead in favor of SimplyFearMe and Vemzii.
And there's a reason why people fear him, right? He stays at the top half the map. He lets his teammate get the damage down. He comes in and swoops, finds the kills that's necessary. So far, we've seen commonly in CommandStation find themselves at the bottom half the map much too often. I feel as if they're getting caught out in precarious situations because of that. And it's allowing SimplyFearMe to clear off the map, keep high positions, find double kills, and clear out the lane. They've gotten basically every camouflage thus far. And really, it's because of the superior position we've seen from these two. An early game was very back and forth. Thus far, ever since that first camo came up, when Simply got it, it's really just been this Elevate duo that's taken over the map. Commonly, CommandStation have to neutralize this camo play. It's basically out by now, but they have a massive hill to climb. Down 6 kills with a team that plays very, very safe. They keep high positions. They value their life over their kills, and that's what I think has given them the 6-kill lead thus far, Tony.
It's absolutely incredible. 6 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock. Like you said, there is a 6-kill lead in favor of SimplyFearMe and Vemzii. SimplyFearMe trying to catch some different angles, and I love how the game has just slowed down to a snail's pace. No team wants to give an inch, let alone a mile. Commonly kind of caught by himself on Card's side. I'm surprised SimplyFearMe and Vemzii didn't try to maybe try to capitalize on that right there, but luckily CommandStation is within arm's length. So still a little bit of a standoff here. It is a lot of time. There's a lot of time here, Gary.
And the real difference is that you can tell that Elevate, and specifically SimplyFearMe, does not want to be in a position where he can get caught out. He really likes to stay to his safety and come in when necessary. He's going to let Vemzii be his cracked out self, go forward and try to get kills like Vemzii does. There will be deaths like that where Vemzii just is feeling himself a little bit too much and just jumps in the middle of car 2, like in midair for no reason with no escapes and gets picked off that way. SimplyFearMe's his rock, right? He's going to stay back. He's going to keep him in check. He's going to let Vemzii go in, get that damage, and then do what's necessary to clean it up and get those wipes that have been so critical thus far. But CommandStation winning the pivotal at P1 and earning herself that camouflage, and then finds Vemzii out of position at top mid, commonly working to get the card 2 to get the angle. And I love this from CommandStation. She doesn't need to over challenge. She needs to get in a top position, help out commonly, and catch some players with surprise. Use that camouflage to the best of its ability, and commonly with the noob combo in the back pocket, this is a recipe for a comeback right here. CommandStation needs to live though, and SimplyFearMe catches her out of position, but commonly comes up with the trades. I feel as if that camo is necessary for them to come back though.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I think CommandStation won a huge pivot to get the camouflage right there, but allowing herself to be put on the map by shooting with it and being double teamed, it didn't work in their favor. Luckily, Common was able to recover with the double kill, but I think they could have used that camouflage a lot more efficiently as Common gets taken out by SimplyFearMe. That's gonna allow CommandStation to get the piv on CommandStation goes right back at us, and now we're in a little 1v1 situation here, Gary.
In a 1v1 situation, CommandStation needed to get away. Vemzii able to put her down, and now he takes that P3 position. Once again, they like to stay high. They like to look down and force spawns. And in fact, I think they forced a split spawn on CommandStation. So commonly, all by his lonesome in that car bubble, and they're trying to hunt him down. They know where he's at. He's praying for the help. Can CommandStation get there in time? She gets shots to the side, but SimplyFearMe takes down commonly, and now they're ready for the 1v2. And beautiful timing from the Elevate duo, right? They're able to take down commonly without CommandStation really being able to get there to get help, and now CommandStation is by herself for a little while because commonly's not going to be able to get there. But luckily for CommandStation, she comes out on top on that gunfight, and now they're basically at that point where they can't allow any kills. It's possible to make the comeback at 23. You have a 24 back to the wall. It's so hard to make those big gaps and come back into those games, but commonly hitting 5 shots across the map. CommandStation's over at P1 in a close fight with SimplyFearMe. She wins that one. Camouflage going to be coming up soon. If they can get this camouflage and keep their lives, the comeback is still on the table, Tony. This could be a crazy finish.
I'm not going to lie to you, Gary. I was just about to question you. I was about to say, how are they going to come back on this one? Then they get the squad wipe. Then they get the camouflage. Now things are looking very good for CommandStation Comedy, making me eat my words prematurely here as CommandStation over here, pushing on the car side. Might begin to flank with this player here. They're currently watching the car bubble. And actually, look away. Here comes the flank. Gets the shots in. One player about to go down. Another one actually saves. Oh my gosh. CommandStation get in there. Kill him. There we go. Comedy takes out SimplyFearMe. Vemzii trying to get away. Gets over the top mid.
my God, CommandStation's a predator. She's just walking in the bottom middle of this camouflage, trying to get behind that player. But that was a great job by Vemzii to get out of that spot, right? They do not want to get this into a one squad wipe game. Keep it at that 3-kill deficit for now, as CommandStation having some rough shots on SimplyFearMe at car 1, but eventually does the job. But I think that's going to cost her life. I think if she hits the crisp 5, gets out of that spot and keeps her full health, I don't think she goes down there from Vemzii. And now we're talking about that pivotal moment. Backs against the wall. There are no mistakes that can be made at this point. They have to play perfect, and we see Vemzii just takes the P3 position. He wants the entire cross of the map. He's not going to let anyone come from car 2. They're going to have to play out through the P side, and that's going to be a very dangerous spot, because as you see, SimplyFearMe kept the position to watch the right cross. They are not letting anyone get on the map to any suspicious spot without them knowing. And once again, they're fighting over at P1, and it's been the death of them this game, dying at the bottom half of the map as Vemzii finds the final kill on CommandStation and take a 1-0 lead. This will be a best of 5 though, so we're gonna have plenty of opportunities to see this CommandStation commonly team make it up. But what a beautifully balanced game between Vemzii and SimplyFearMe. Look at that stat sheet, Tony. It's absolutely Thanos level balanced.
And the 16-year-old was able to pull off the little bit of bait and switch action, able to get that finishing kill. And also, look at the stats right now: 13 kills, 8 assists, only dying 8 times. Vemzii playing lights out, but I'll even say, hey, SimplyFearMe also threw a 12 on the game. It was close, but I had no cigar. No cigar.
It's definitely a very close one. And when we take a deeper look at these stats, I mean, it's just a couple squad wipes away, right? We see very equal damage. I mean, when we said it was equal, 2490 damage for Vemzii and 2480 damage for SimplyFearMe. I mean, right there. And then we also have 9 separating commonly CommandStation. So these teams playing very much together, doing their equal shares. It just comes down to a couple fights. And when we saw commonly and CommandStation get milked at the bottom half of the map so often, towards car 1, towards P1, getting caught out of positions where SimplyFearMe and Vemzii just played top P2 positions and took advantage, I think that was the big difference maker come truth. But now we're moving on to a map that's going to be very different, right? Plaza, sniper rifle is going to be in play. We're going to see a lot more verticality on the map. It's not going to be a symmetrical map where you're going to have dips and highs. It's going to be very varying levels. You're going to have a power up to deal with, and a sniper rifle, and the deadliest spawn trap in the 2v2 game, that bottom left spawn. When you block both blue and the light rifle glass area, you can force that spawn in the bottom nest, and if you can get them choked out there, it's so hard to break out of. And honestly, that's going to decide the game for me, Tony, is who can break out of the bottom nest spawn trap when it happens, because I guarantee you with these teams, it's going to happen.
I say it all the time. You know, you can beat even a better team than you on truth. Like truth, I mean, it's snowbally. Everybody's so used to it and whatnot. But however, Plaza 2s, in my opinion, this is where the real 2s player really separates themselves. They separate the pretenders from the contenders. And we're gonna see if commonly CommandStation can bounce back, or will SimplyFearMe and Vemzii pull off a 2-0 series lead. I can't wait to find out. Let's get right into it, Gary.
Yeah, if we get into that 2-0 series lead, man, I don't know. I think we'd go to that 3-0. It's going to be a tough one to get out of. I think this is a must win for these two. And CommandStation, she absolutely doesn't want to go out in 3-0 fashion. I look towards her to be the big difference maker this match. She needs to figure it out. But here we go. Overshield is quickly burned. Vemzii on CommandStation, and the quick double kill. That is not how you wanted to start this game. Sniper rifle is going to go into the hands of Vemzii. He's one of the fastest players around. He's going to put heads down whenever he finds them. And look at him just soaring back out. He doesn't want to stay in that nest position. And I love that, man. Just be fluid with the sniper rifles when you get them. Find your picks and then go put them in the spawn trap. I love what we've seen from this Elevate duo thus far.
The young man coming out of Florida has the sniper rifle in hand. Actually, 6 kills. Gonna put some good shots in this play here. Oh, finally gets the finish. That's gonna be CommandStation. Now gonna go at commonly. If he gets the no-scope, I'm gonna freak out. He actually pulls it off, gets the double kill. That's an airborne snapshot and a squad wipe in favor of SimplyFearMe, and specifically Vemzii.
Yeah, that's filthy. That is like, That is just disgusting what Vemzii did. He starts off this game 5-0, killing spree for the young gun. He is showing himself right here. You cannot let this man get the sniper rifle anymore in this match. Commonly in CommandStation have to take him down. He is feeling himself right now. Maybe it's that Florida connection. I don't know what it is, but he is playing on another level, and he's going to be the hardest man to take down in this match. He's like on the Discovery Channel, the deadliest catch. He's so slippery. He gets away. And when you look away, he takes you out with that sniper rifle. He's incredible to watch. Vemzii, I can't hype this man up enough. He's really shutting us up in the prediction booth. He's looking as if this is going to be a swift 3-0.
Oh, hold on. Who said us? Well, hold on.
Hey,
don't you lump me in with you guys? I picked Vemzii and SimplyFearMe. Don't you lump me in with you guys? This man's absolutely out of control right now. Still has 2 shots left in the sniper rifle. 10 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. He said he wants to take his game up another level. This is his chance. This is an opportunity. Big money on the line here. Bodies that player, takes out commonly. Now would it work the 1-2 combo on CommandStation or work these spawns?
Look at Vemzii. I love how they play so close to each other and that they're really playing off each other. They make sure they have each other's help when necessary. And now Vemzii has this clear lane for the overshield with that sniper rifle. He misses the easy shot over at posters and can't get the overshield on the body. And that's just so unfortunate. I didn't feel as if he needed to go in and give his life so haphazardly to get an overshield. That to me wasn't going to be the difference maker in this game. And now that's going to give some breathing room for CommandStation and Commonly to try to mount their comeback. But that's one thing we've seen in this game. They need to stop being in positions where we have to make the comeback happen. They need to be in the driving seat. They need to be able to force the pace of the game. And so far that just hasn't happened. Getting these next couple kills are going to be so critical to make that work as CommandStation finds the kill at the bottom driveway and Commonly setting up for the next sniper rifle while zoning out that player at bottom dip. So once again, they've put themselves in the position to be able to make the comeback happen. But as I said, they just they CE'd that sniper away. They landed the sticky grenade behind the sniper rifle and forced it out towards Hotel. We're seeing some sweaty gameplay right here, using those sticky grenades, using the sandbox to give themselves the advantage and to rip that sniper away from Commonly's hands.
And that's what I'm expecting to see as Vemzii takes out CommandStation. SimplyFearMe going to finish off that squad wipe right there. This is what I'm expecting to see. We talked about SimplyFearMe and Vemzii having something to prove here, but CommandStation also, she wants to prove that she can also take her game up to the next level. She wants to play with big money on the line, and this is her opportunity as well. So as much as we talked about this blue team having something to prove, obviously Commonly, he's an X Game gold medalist as Vemzii bodies. Oh my gosh, that was a beautiful snipe right there. Gary, that was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, that is an angle, right? Like just a hair. Perfectly positioned his reticle right away, knew exactly where that player was, and just hits the clean snipe shot. And honestly, I wasn't going to put Vemzii as that player that, like, hey, you can't let him have the power weapon. He's going to take over the game if you let him have the power weapon, similar to how we talk about Frosties or other just insanely talented players in the Pro League. But he's showing that you don't let this man get the sniper rifle because he puts it to work. And what he's so efficient with it as well. He hardly misses shots, and he doesn't take shots he doesn't think he can hit, as he finds Commonly once again at the blue door. They've just taken a massive lead. We went from CommandStation Commonly maybe driving a comeback situation to them CEing the sniper away, getting it into Vemzii's hands and manipulating the spawn. They have the bottom nest spawn trap. They're collapsing. They're doing what's necessary, and he's trying to 360 no scope. Vemzii's cracked out of his mind. This is a performance from this duo. I can't wait to see them come Pro Series. Watch out for Elevate. Vemzii and SimplyFearMe gonna be putting them on the map if they keep playing this way.
Absolutely. This is not just a big money match game right here. It's not just putting them on the map. This is a statement right here as Vemzii, oh my gosh, another big kill come out of Vemzii, able to take out CommandStation, and now we have a 10-kill lead in favor of the Elevate duo. This is incredible. This is Money Tuesday.
Oh my God. I think Shyway said it in the pre-show. Vemzii plays the most money twos, and we can see that happening right now. His knowledge of the spawn system, it's a little bit different from 4v4. The pacing's a little bit off. The timing is just not the same, and he uses that sniper rifle to increase his timing, to get him in spots where he can hit shots that you wouldn't be able to normally hit in 4v4. He takes unorthodox positions. He uses barrels. He uses a sandbox, and he finds kill after kill as it's 8 15-6 in favor of SimplyFearMe and Vemzii. And honestly, they are just going and putting on a clinic at this moment. I don't see commonly and CommandStation even getting 10 kills in this match if Vemzii keeps playing the way that he is. But they finally neutralized the man over at Hotel. Next sniper rifle up. This one not going to be CE'd away. So we'll see if commonly can get this in his hands and make the comeback happen.
Well, he has a sniper rifle in hand, has about 8 bullets left in it, 5 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock, so there should be a power coming up very soon here. That player is actually going to spawn over towards blue, as we see on the overlay right there. Gets a little bit of damage, not much. He's able to back down, he's good. And there we go. Custom comes up, they don't know the timing, blue team does, and SimplyFearMe gets away with that one. That's not good. That's not good, Gary.
I mean, that might be the way to describe the gameplay from CommandStation and commonly in this map. It's just everything just has not gone in their favor. It's just not good, and that's unfortunate. But what's been stellar is Vemzii. He looks as if he could be the next stellar, because with the way he's playing right now, his stock is rising. Players are hitting up his line. Check your Twitter DMs, young man, after this game, because I think you're gonna have a few offers in the inbox, because he's playing absolutely insane. Takes down commonly and SimplyFearMe with the same shot, and now finds the double kill. Only 4 kills necessary for this young man to take the game.
He's putting on an absolute clinic right now. He's exciting, he's fun, he's efficient, he's putting the damage on comedy. He's gonna get taken out as well. But luckily he has his teammate to come in for the cleanup, so it's still a 10-kill lead in favor of SimplyFearMe and Vemzii.
And SimplyFearMe once again just paying the high positions. We often see him in those S4 and those top of those light poles, and he's just been absolutely insane with it. We're gonna go in, only 1 kill necessary. I want to hear what's going through the comms of SimplyFearMe and Vemzii towards the end of this game. Let's see if we can get a listen in with these young two before they finish out this game.
Yo, dip round?
Come here, Hammy.
He's not dead. My chat did. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go something. Look at Hammy. Look at Hammy. Ah, you ain't got no eyes, baby.
You are victorious.
Tony, what is going on in those comms? They're having a little bit of fun. I mean, honestly, that is one of the most fun listenings I've ever heard. Tony, that is insane.
What do you mean what's going on? You heard it very clear. He said you ain't got no ice. He said it. He said you ain't got no ice. Vemzii dropping 20 kills and only dying 5 times. He literally he had 6 more kills than the entire red team. Again, I said this is a statement game for both Vemzii and SimplyFearMe, and right there, Vemzii, he definitely made a statement.
I mean, what a performance. I mean, that is the performance of I don't think there's anything that can happen in the main card to trump that. A 20 kill to 5 deaths game from this young guy, and he's really I think his stock's rising. People are seeing how fast he plays. He's very reminiscent of this new era of Halo players, and honestly, this man's gonna have opportunities come Infinite. One thing to point out though, SimplyFearMe, 9 assists, right? It wasn't all by his lonesome. Vemzii definitely did have some help, but there wasn't much for SimplyFearMe to do on the map. And now the question is, how do you get back into this game? If you're commonly in CommandStation, what do you say in the comms? How do you calm yourself down? And most importantly, how do you stop Vemzii from being a daredevil, the Tanzanian kind on this map? He's ripping everything apart. He's absolutely cracked out of his mind. They have to slow him down, slow down this locomotion, this locomotor that's going, because Vemzii looks unstoppable at this moment.
I mean, the motion was pretty loco. I mean, the movement was pretty crazy. So you might have been right with the first one, but I mean, you're right. SimplyFearMe had 5 kills and only had 100 less damage than Vemzii. So that tells us that he's putting down the shots, putting down the damage, doing what he has to do, playing winning Halo. But there's something about seeing that 20 and 5 kind of Vemzii. There's something about hearing those comms, the confidence, the fact that he was going for a 360 no scope. And not only is this man putting in work in game, he's also he's putting in work out of game too. He's incredibly passionate about cars, motor engineering. He knows a ton about technology. He's even trying to teach himself about stocks and cryptocurrency. He's hoping to be day trading eventually. So Hey, you know, he has a good head on his shoulders.
And look at this gameplay that we see from him, though. I mean, he's so fast. His reticle moves insanely fast. He moves across the map at the same pace. And he just finds kill after kill. That no scope that we saw at the bottom mid and the early game, I feel like that really set the pace of the game, where he just takes down commonly behind that pillar. And then from there, we just saw it in his gameplay where he just took over the game. He took the sniper rifle. He didn't really miss any shots. He missed the one shot at posters, and really that's the only one I can recall. He's just rising and rising. He's the best player in the lobby right now. And honestly, there needs to be something of a statement game from CommandStation and commonly if they want to get back into the series. I think just winning Regret isn't enough at this point. SimplyFearMe and Vemzii have proven that, hey, we're a head and shoulders better when it comes to Plaza. We know our twos just that much better than you. You have to make the statement on Regret. Now that can happen, Tony, because there's one thing about CommandStation that I've witnessed whenever she plays twos is that she has a command over Regret that not many players has. She hits the jumps that we don't see any other player try to attempt, and she hits them consistently. She has a mastery of the movement when it comes to Regret, and we'll see if that can possibly put her over the edge.
And don't get me wrong, we saw CommandStation and commonly win some pivotal battles. And honestly, if they're able to put it all together, it'd be absolutely impressive. But SimplyFearMe has removed one light and one dark monster from his graveyard, and he's been special summoned. He's here. He's here.
Oh, what a callback! What a callback! he's gonna use his effect, right? Target one player and banish them from the map. I honestly, he's incredibly talented. And I just love everything that we're seeing from this team. This Elevate duo, they look incredibly primed to make a run potentially for a main card event down the road. They honestly look that impressive to me at the moment. And we're loading into our third game. This is all on the line for Commonly and CommandStation. No other opportunities for them to slip up. Everything from here has to be executed perfectly, and they need to take this game. We'll see what happens. We're loading in. Come on, Commonly CommandStation. I want to see it at least go the distance. Win a couple games for us. Make it interesting as we see Vemzii and SimplyFearMe get that overshield right away. SimplyFearMe gets it. Like, how does he get away with that? He's one shot. He's down there, and he somehow zones out the player from across the other side and makes it so that Commonly has to hit the shots to kill him. And then he pushes immediately into the spawn and finds another double kill. Maybe this is now SimplyFearMe's pop-off game. We saw Vemzii do it before. This is SimplyFearMe's time this time around.
Gary, I was thinking right here, right now. If they 3-0 commonly and the CommandStation, they should be at least thought about for a main card event, or at least be one undercard game away from a main event, because they're playing lights out right now. It is absolutely incredible. I'm loving it. I am. It's 5-0 lead and make that a 6-0 lead in favor of SimplyFearMe and Vemzii, and they are running house right now on Regret. I think right now the red team is regretting that we put this map on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, SimplyFearMe he's mastering the map. He looks incredibly talented. He just is hitting every shot necessary, and it's really just made the difference. And they're down 6-0, and Commonly in CommandStation have to figure it out here. They just got a team wipe, and with that, I want to go with a listening with them. I want to see what's going on through the comms. How are they going to make the comeback happen? Because I want to see it happen.
What up? You got shots at me?
I got one. Top blue. Fear me. Top blue. Fear me. I'm going out B. Stay left. Nice. Okay, I can block out blue.
Okay.
Vemzii's up.
He's going P right now. He backed up.
I'm one shot, one P.
One's on the P bridge. SimplyFearMe.
I'm trying to watch you. I'm trying to watch you.
Got him. I got him.
Nice, huge kill. You know where he is?
He's P. Just sitting red P right now. I don't like where you're just sitting on the P.
Red BR weak. OV. I'm top mid.
Yep. Nading on his P. I'm a silent walk his P. Absolute P1.
Auto, one shot.
You got that. Nice. Let's fucking go. 47.
Alright, I'm blocking blue. Alright, I'm going P. Just watch them. Track them where they're going. If they go out the car, tell me. One's red BR, both here. Red BR weak.
Okay. One's back base.
Yep, one shot red window.
Living. I got it. He's going P. Oh my god. Just win that. I'm just gonna go top mid and hide.
think it's car.
Coming near bridge.
I'm going car. I'm going car.
Got it.
I'm going car 4.
Going up right now. Vemzii.
Okay. Car 2, I think. I don't know. I'm car 4, so I don't know. I'm getting shot. Fuck.
It's like
Vemzii's car 2.
absolute. Much
I'm
for fear. Fear's on me. Fear's on me right now. If you can cheat this.
Ah, he got me. Both right car. Looks like.
One thing I want to point out is how clean the communication between Commonly and CommandStation is. We saw Commonly asking for the exact position, and then we saw CommandStation say pinpoint where they were. You can tell that they're really communicating well with each other. They're doing what's necessary to keep themselves in this game. They were down 6-0, Tony. They brought themselves right back in, and what a great time to go into a listen-in, because that was so insightful of how calm and collected they are come this get a match-deciding game.
And you even heard some passion coming out of CommandStation right there. I mean, that was absolutely insane. I love the Comedy able to take out SimplyFearMe. 12-10 lead in favor of this blue team squad. 8 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock. So that means there should be an overshield coming up very soon. And CommandStation has top mid control.
And she's shooting down, finds a couple shots, but then backs down towards this overshield. They're going to get it because I don't see SimplyFearMe or Vemzii going to be able to challenge right away. They do get the hands on the overshield, and now she's just waiting. She knows there's a player in that car tunnel. She's waiting to see where they exit. Vemzii stops to go out the blue side, and CommandStation is zooming around trying to get the angle as HAMMY puts another shot in to make that player one shot, and CommandStation will put the finishing blow in as Commonly once again jumps back up to challenge SimplyFearMe at top mid. They've gotten the overshield control quite well towards the last two, right? They've gotten themselves back into the game off that overshield. Honestly, they're playing this right. They just need to stunt the growth of Vemzii and SimplyFearMe. Every time I see them get in another gunfight, they feel more and more confident. You have to find a way to destroy their confidence, and that comes from getting hot fives and reversals. That's what we need to see from Commonly and CommandStation at this moment.
Stunt their growth, Gary. Come on. I know Vemzii's young, but come on now. CommandStation gonna fly in, take out SimplyFearMe, leaving Vemzii by himself, and we are tied at 12 apiece right now. Mind you guys, that Plaza caster is on the map, but in Money 2's fashion, you cannot pick it up. You cannot use that Plaza caster and make those very interesting plays and neutralize the power-ups and oh my gosh, Commonly able to get the kill on Vemzii. SimplyFearMe going back at Commonly. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now.
Oh, and SimplyFearMe finds the double kill, and that's so unfortunate. Every time it feels like CommandStation and Commonly have found their way back into this game and start getting in that driving position, that's when we see that unexpected double kill from Vemzii or SimplyFearMe to bring themselves just that little bit of a lead. They've had the edge for this entire game. Really, CommandStation and Commonly have done a great job to get themselves back into it, but as soon as they get there, they get knocked back down the hill. They need to find a way to put that boulder over the shoulder and throw it on the other side of the mountain and start having that release where they can play slower, where they can play at their pace. So far, it's still been firmly in the favor of Vemzii and SimplyFearMe. Something needs to change here now, but this could be possible, right? SimplyFearMe and Vemzii in the back bases towards red. They know where both of them are at. CommandStation's made one shot as Vemzii's trying to hunt her down, finds her, but she gets out of the base, out underneath the base, and she stays alive. Can she get the overshield on top of it? No, she gets taken down. Vemzii with the God nade. I was about to say, if she got away with that overshield, that would have been absolutely cracked from CommandStation. But she gets away. She doesn't get away. Vemzii with the great nade. But we're tied 16-all, so it's 0-0 at this point, Tony. We're basically game reset at this point.
You know what? That was a beautiful nade. That was a beautiful play by Vemzii. I know the fans want it. They want to hear another. They want to hear another Vemzii and SimplyFearMe listening. So let's hop right on board with them. I want to hear what's going on. 17-16 in favor of them. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's cue in that listening.
Remaining 5 minutes.
Watching their wall. Alright, bro, stop, bro. Stop fucking laughing, idiot.
I'll shoot my red car.
Okay.
Give needles as well.
Fuck. Top red car now? Alright, they're both gonna double you. You just gotta hide. Do not show yourself. I spawned top red. They might be pushing you.
Yeah, they saw me. P2.
You're like one shot. You're like one shot.
Can't see.
Both one shot. Both one shot. Nice. I like he's on Eli weak. He's gonna be regenning. I'm coming, bro.
Oh, you got me.
Your opponents are nearing victory.
He's P Street. Western. Well.
Top blue. I'm dead. Yeah. Alright, we just need to live here. Nice. Both are P jump. Going top mid, probably their wall. Fucking hate this map, dude. It's so bad.
You want still? Yeah. OS.
Yeah, they're P side. Going for OS, I think. They're one shot. They're P jump up. Good shit. I'm blocking red now.
Alright.
I'm going to like, yeah. Alright. Spawning blue.
Bottom blue one shot. Front blue one shot.
I got her. Where's the other kid?
I don't know.
You ever heard the concept yin and yang, Tony? I feel like that perfectly describes SimplyFearMe and Vemzii. Vemzii is a little bit of the yang, and then you need SimplyFearMe's yin to calm him down, because these guys with their communication, they're total opposites, but somehow it's worked and they've gotten themselves back into this game. We're at 21-all at this moment, and they have the driving position, they have top mid, they have the noob combo to work with, and now it's just about hunting down these two players and getting themselves a lead towards this end game.
Yes, I definitely want to hear SimplyFearMe playing that IGL and the role and just bringing the team back together, and that's what you saw in Vemzii, able to take out commonly right there. SimplyFearMe let to the back of wild one shot, and I think he might have named himself a little bit there, but either way, CommandStation winning that pivotal battle, and Vemzii going to back down and let to regroup a little bit here.
And that is the definition of a piv. CommandStation living right there is going to cause this player, Vemzii, to die and give themselves the lead. It should have been 23-22 in favor of SimplyFearMe and Vemzii. And now all of a sudden, they're on their back foot. They're getting split spawned. And now it's up to CommandStation commonly to hunt down SimplyFearMe. But SimplyFearMe did an incredible job at staying alive, making sure that they didn't know where he was at. And now CommandStation and commonly put themselves in back red base. They've given up the top map control. They don't have the noob combo. And now it's almost like they're in the same position. They're on their back foot, but this time better positioning from CommandStation, catches Vemzii with his pants down, and now only one kill necessary. SimplyFearMe and Vemzii look like they are going to drop a map this time around. It looks like CommandStation commonly did what was necessary, as commonly grab. Oh no! The nade comes out. Vemzii finds commonly. CommandStation, that bottom red base, that overshield would have sealed the deal, but now it's so unpredictable. CommandStation needs to run for her life, get to the safety of commonly, as commonly comes up to the top base, and now CommandStation can breathe for a second. But man, they are making this hard. You only need one kill. Work together and find the pick.
You could have called that first overshield saving nade by Vemzii luck, but if he does it twice in a row, that's insane. 24-23 is getting down to the wire. SimplyFearMe and Vemzii only need one kill. However, CommandStation commonly only need two.
Yeah, we see commonly moving up to car 2 once again. This is reminiscent of last Money Tuesday, where we saw Renegade push by himself to find the critical kill at the end of the game. He's not quite able to find the shots to do so, and I like this retreat. He doesn't want to be left out by himself at car. He finally finds the player over at car 2. He's gonna say, I think they're just gonna opt to play back base. Look at CommandStation dodging the noob combo, but the help is coming up from over top. CommandStation is in the piv. She finds 3 shots. Commonly's coming up to get the help, and he tracks Vemzii down. They take the game 25-23. They're back in it, one game away. Take it one step at a time. They were down massively at the start of this game. They overcame that deficit, got themselves back into this game, and took a commanding statement of a game towards the end. They won the pivotals. CommandStation had the ice and commonly perfectly supported at the end. What a great game, a great clutch up from commonly and CommandStation.
What a great game indeed. And I'm looking at the stats right now. 13 kills, 7 assists coming out of commonly, 12 and 7 come out of CommandStation. They didn't die a bunch of time. I mean, that was an incredible gameplay across the board for this red team squad. And I truly believe that twos is all about momentum. So you know what? You get that game win right there. You ride that momentum into another game. And then we got a game 5, and it's any given Tuesday, if you will. I'm excited right now. Let's see what, oh my gosh, I'm giddy. I'm literally giddy right now, Gary.
You're shaking, man. I can see the hands and the cams, man. I see your hand shaking a little bit. One thing that was shaking that game in particular was Vemzii. He went last game 20-5, and then follows up the performance of 9-13, bottom fragging, bottom damage. Is he a sniper wonder? Does he need the sniper rifle to do what's necessary? Can he make can he ice up? I want to see more of the serious side of Vemzii. I don't think he realizes, hey, they've lost their momentum. This is the opportunity for CommandStation commonly to strike. It's up to Vemzii to make sure that they don't get that opportunity. But look at these beautiful replays. We're going to see the comeback happen in HD. I love that play from commonly where he went down, got the critical double kill. We were in the comms at that point, and you really felt CommandStation hyping up commonly in that spot. It was a critical kill. And honestly, this entire game was so back and forth. We had a little bit of it all.
You know what? I want to stick to my guns here. I'm going to stick to SimplyFearMe and Vemzii, Gary. However, I think you brought up a great point. Vemzii did not take that game seriously. And you know what? I think game 1, he was locked in. I think game 2, even the beginning he was, but once they were up huge, I think he started to maybe fool around a bit. I need Vemzii to lock back in, get in, and close out this series here, because we've seen comebacks tons of time. If you don't focus up, you will get taken out. You will.
You have to stay on your A game, right? There's the zone, and when you feel yourself too confident, that overconfidence can take you out of that. It can make your shot a little bit worse. It can make your communication lackluster. It can make you slower. And what we need to see from Vemzii is cracked fives, cracked speed, and him just controlling the map. And we did not see that from him in the second half of that regret game. And maybe it's regret. You know, a lot of players don't like regret compared to the other two. They think it's a little too swingy. The overshield makes a difference. You can control the spawns much more efficiently than basically any other map. You can force out splits easier, and maybe that's what's got them on their back foot. They did it on Truth. It was a much closer game. There isn't going to be another Plaza in this series, so we're not going to see that sniper rifle and Vemzii be able to make the difference. They have to go back to their bread and butter, which was Truth. Use the sandbox, keep those high positions, and if you're commonly in CommandStation, be more cognizant of your positions this game. You only lost because of a couple squad wipes. Get those in your favor. We're going to a game 5. I want to see the game 5. You know, we shouldn't be rooting for people right off the bat, but I want to see the game 5 from commonly in CommandStation. Let's go the distance.
I mean, I will say, I love being across the desk from you. I want to see a game 5. I want to cast as much as possible. This series has been absolutely incredible. It's been entertaining. We've seen pivs on both sides. We've heard some interesting comms, to say the least. I want to see a game 5 as well, as SimplyFearMe able to take out CommandStation. Vemzii steals that camouflage away, then drops the sticky. Vemzii is absolutely the plays he makes. I couldn't even dream of.
Absolutely. I mean, he just shatters the defense of commonly in CommandStation. Doesn't even give commonly the chance to shoot back with that quick sticky grenade, and he feels so confident. That's one thing I really do like about his gameplay, is everything he does it with supreme confidence. He cuts down the opposition, and once again, they're off to an early start, but we've seen CommandStation commonly consistently cool down these hot starts that they've had, and the question is, can they maintain this start? Can they maintain it throughout this entire game 4? You can't let them get back into the game early on. Once again, you can't choke away another 5-0, 4-0, 6-0 lead. You got to use that momentum and keep it forward, and that's where CommandStation commonly have really shown their colors. They've been able to withstand adversity, and they're once again in that position where they're going to have to withstand adversity once again.
And we are going to see if they can do that, as the commonly ends up being one shot backs down, but CommandStation comes in for the bait and switch action. SimplyFearMe able to take out CommandStation. Commonly finishes off SimplyFearMe, and now we have 2 kills on the board in favor of this red team. They're only down by 3. There's 10 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock here, so a whole lot of time. Anything could happen here, Gary. Anything.
Yeah, the next camouflage is really going to be the impact play for me. Who can get away with the camouflage and start to use that as a catalyst to winning this game? Commonly's just patiently playing at P2. The other team knows where he's at, and they've just done a great job of pushing forward and isolating him out. And there we go. SimplyFearMe stays alive as Vemzii gets the shots on Commonly, and Commonly's just stuck in P2. He hasn't been able to get the kills. Once again, that player just slipping away from him. SimplyFearMe and Vemzii playing beautifully off each other. other, getting each other's help, but CommandStation quickly equals out that score. She's going to land the perfect nade shot on that player moving to top mid and push them away from P side, and now we see Commonly on the flank, but Vemzii's well aware of it, pre-fires that player as CommandStation got the camouflage at the 46-second mark, but it was quickly burned. So she's going to go down, and Commonly goes down as well. They have the time for the camo come next one, but great job neutralizing that camouflage from SimplyFearMe and Vemzii.
And CommandStation able to get a huge nade on SimplyFearMe right there. We're going to switch gears over towards Vemzii, the young man coming out of Florida, going for the bottom flank, but he must have got hurt because he's going to get taken out thanks to Commonly. The awareness absolutely on point, and they're only down by 4 kills.
Right, and it feels like they should be down by much more, right? It hasn't felt as if anything's really gone into the favor of CommandStation commonly. This has firmly been a SimplyFearMe and Vemzii game, but somehow they manage to find trades that they shouldn't get, and they keep themselves within striking distance, and that's all that they need to do. Keep themselves in a deficit that's manageable. You can't go down by too much, and we're starting to approach that, right? You can't go down by double digits whatsoever. It's going to be too hard to come back. They need to find these kills right here, right now, and CommandStation has a critical fight at car 1. She goes down from Vemzii. SimplyFearMe is going to get caught out over at car 2, but quickly escapes and is able to keep his life. And now look at them. They're attacking together. They're collapsing in. Vemzii has the one-on-one and Commonly zones out SimplyFearMe from the fight. And now if Commonly lives and finds SimplyFearMe, that'd be absolutely insane. He does eventually get the trade, but CommandStation comes in, and now they're starting to play trade for trade. But trade for trade is not what you need at this moment if you are CommandStation commonly. It's time that you start rolling the motions, get them on the cycle, get the next camouflage, and start getting this game a bit closer. You can't afford to let this go on for much longer.
They can't, but you know what? Momentum is on their side as we see another squad wipe in favor of CommandStation and Commonly. 8 minutes on the clock here, so there should be a power coming up fairly soon. They're gonna have to stay out 1 or 2 more times, but they are in position as Commonly gets taken out top mid. Dag, they did not need that, Gary. Gary, that's not what they needed.
No, Commonly's going to go down, and now this leaves CommandStation hyper exposed at P1. She's trying to get the burn on the camouflage, and she did just that at the nick of time. Barely got it out. If Commonly stays alive there, CommandStation gets the camouflage and gets away, and we're going to see a much more competitive game. Not quite able to do that as Commonly finds the perfect kill on SimplyFearMe. Vemzii answers right back and then gets a stick of his own. We're back to trades, but yeah, it's so important to stay alive when those camouflages are coming up. Commonly was basically the only defense that CommandStation had, because she was in P1 a little bit too early and didn't have any options to leave after he died. And that cost her life, and luckily it didn't cost them the camouflage as well. Great job of her getting the burn at the last second. But this is just too trade for trade. Commonly keeps getting these kills that I don't expect him to get and keeping them within the game, within striking distance. But man, Vemzii's just nasty, man. He gets the double kill, 19-12. We're getting to the point where you got to put this one away if you're Vemzii and SimplyFearMe, because only 5 kills left to go.
And can we talk about the heads up, the crazy individual plays that are happening? Vemzii with that sticky, then going into that double kill. CommandStation with the huge awareness play where she was out of the arm's length of that camouflage, not even looking at it, thrusts backwards and moonwalks to burn it. Great plays being made on all sides of SimplyFearMe, able to take out CommandStation. That's going to leave Commonly by himself over towards Red Bubble. They're going to work a little 1-2 combo for the bait and switch. Commonly goes down, and a 10-kill lead in favor of SimplyFearMe and Vemzii.
And commonly, he did it one time previous this game where he won that fight in the car bubble. This time, just one pistol shot too short from getting that kill with the punch. And to me, that puts it out of rank. It's a 10-kill deficit. They're just going to come in, find their collapses, and this should be a game for Vemzii and SimplyFearMe to take. Vemzii answered back quite strong, showing that that last game was just a fluke. That regret probably just not his map. When they're on set, when they're on Truth, when they're on Plaza, we really see a smooth gameplay from them. They really just know what to do. And with that, let's listen to how the comms are. Let's listen to them win this $100. Let's go have a listen in with Vemzii and SimplyFearMe to end this game.
Top it weak, but we don't need to push this. Grab my fucking stickies, dude. They're gonna try to make like a collapse, so one's car 2.
One shot car 1. Command.
Okay. I'm starting looking lights. I'm looking lights. Top blue, bro. Top blue, lights are on. Why are lights on? Hey, top blue right now. Top blue, bro. Come on. Get the fuck up here. Alright, good shit.
Game concluded. You are victorious.
I got one word for that, Tony. I think they got a reality check, because I heard the passion that time. There wasn't any joking around. They had a 10-kill lead, and they went in and they really wanted to finish out that series, and finishing out they did. And a really great awareness from, I believe it was Vemzii. He's like, why are the lights on? I don't see a player, and their lights are there. He told him to go bottom, and there he was. It was just a player just standing with the camouflage. Great awareness of the map and how it functions, and what a dominating performance from Vemzii and SimplyFearMe. We saw great moments from CommandStation commonly, but it just wasn't enough to take down this young duo from Elevate. And guys, watch out. I mean, come Saturday, watch these kids in the Halo 5 Pro Series. They're going to be doing something special in the Pro Series.
That was absolutely incredible. And yes, my gosh, Vemzii and SimplyFearMe putting on a crazy show. Look at the accuracy, especially coming out of SimplyFearMe, 61.3 accuracy while putting down 2,100 damage. So he's putting on the damage, he's pacing his shots, winning those battles, and then Vemzii dropping a 10.6 KDA. Come on now, that's impossible. How are you gonna stop that? Vemzii and SimplyFearMe have made a believer out of me, Gary. They really have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing the light. I mean, when it comes to 2v2s, I think Vemzii clearly showed that he is the best 2v2 player. And
hey guys, can you hear
what's
me?
next for him, right? When it comes to his road to competitive Halo, is transitioning that into the 4v4 style of gameplay, being a bit smarter. I think he just needs someone to take him under his wing and start to calm him down when it comes to that 4v4s, because he has some raw talent. He's there and he's ready to take on come Halo Infinite. I just want to see his 4v4 improve a little bit. But when it comes to 2v2, man, he is on the top right now. He looks so impressive. And once again, shout out to SimplyFearMe, because he really was the anchor for Vemzii. He was that solid foundation for Vemzii to work upon. He had great communication. He was telling Vemzii what he needed to do, and like just doing what was necessary. He was the yin to the yang. And to me, I love to see that dynamic from these two players. I think they have a very bright future ahead of them playing with each other. They could be this next duo to watch come up Halo Infinite. But honestly, what a solid foundation for these guys to work on.
Absolutely. And you know what? I mean, we already heard some of the Vemzii and SimplyFearMe communication. However, I want to know what's going through their mind after that big win. I want to hear what's going through their head. I believe we actually have Knighty prepared for an interview. So maybe we could cue in on Knighty. I'm sure he has some great questions for these great competitors.
Oh, cool. All right, guys, that was an incredible matchup. I mean, we saw some amazing gameplay from y'all. Vemzii, Simply, y'all played out of your minds. I don't think two of our analysts didn't even think that was going to happen. They thought that it was going to go the other way. But, you know, I had faith. I had faith in you guys from the start. Vemzii, I'm going to start out with you, man. You had some funny listenings. We were all listening to you the entire.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
man. You all had my audio on Plaza?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's so cringe.
We had 400 people listening to you, and they were just all in love. They were just like, guys, come on, put Vemzii back on. We got to hear more Vemzii. Tell us a little bit about that communication from you, man. What was going through your head?
I don't know, man. Like, I was popping off with that sniper. Like, the amount of fucking confidence I had that Plaza game was just unreal, man. Like, I think we had, like, what was it? It was like 10-point lead, man. Like, I just got so cocky and then just started trolling, bro. I mean, to be honest, that's really what was going through my head.
Yeah, some of the plays that we saw you guys making were very confident. Have you guys put a lot of time in? Simply, I didn't hear too much about you. I know Vemzii's been putting a lot of twos practice in, but what about yourself?
No, I haven't been playing twos at all. I just started playing with Vemzii today.
Yeah, it's my first time playing with Simply.
No way, your first time?
Yeah.
So you guys just kind of clicked. I mean, you guys were really popping off.
Yeah, man, I didn't expect that, man. But this guy, I mean, this guy's like, I don't know, he's just like a little snake butt.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to see it. Honestly, you guys put on one heck of a show. Going forward, we definitely might have to get you guys back on here because you guys just blew me out of the water. Vemzii, can you give me a little? I don't think too many people know much about you, but after that performance, I think everyone wants to know more about you. Do you have any experience on LAN or going to any like locals or tournaments, like playing any other Halos?
Actually, I've never been to a LAN. I've been to one. I was the Atlantic City 2v2. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
was the only LAN event I've been to, and I was teaming with Scariotic.
You were with Scariotic. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, awesome. How did you guys do?
I don't even think we made top 8.
Yeah, I was casting that event. I would have definitely known if Scariotic made top 8, but did you have a good time?
Oh yeah, it was fun, man. Chilling with the homies, vibing. Scariotic's actually like a cool as fuck person, like on LAN. Like I don't know.
Heck yeah. Now, do you think you guys could take on Bound and Renegade if you guys had another debut on here?
I'm gonna be 100% real with you. Probably not. But I mean, I'd definitely give it a try.
Now, I know you're a twos legend. Renegade gave you mad props. Bound gave you mad props. Who would your partner be?
If I were to play those two?
Yes.
Pyretic. Either Pyretic or Demons. I don't know if you've heard of Demons.
Absolutely. We had them both on the show, and they had very close games with the legends themselves. So
yes. So one of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys, for coming on the show and showing off. You guys won $100. What are you gonna do with it?
I might throw that $50 in some stocks, bro. Who knows? What they say, have the money work for you, bro.
Exactly. That is a very smart. I like to hear that from such a young gun, and hopefully we'll get to see you a lot more in the future come Infinite.
I appreciate that, man. Thanks for hosting.
Y'all have a good night.
You too, man.
All right, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Okay. All right, so there you have it. They were just so confident. I mean, that was an unreal matchup. I hate to say I told you so, but I mean that. It just was very one-sided. Alex, let's hear a little bit from you about what you just witnessed.
Wait, Knighty, didn't you side with commonly CommandStation, or did you vote Vemzii's FearMe before
Don't you try to gaslight me.
You did. We all sided. The only guy, so I actually have to shout out Tony, because the only guy who actually believed in Vemzii FearMe through and through was Tony. Tony made the prediction. He was correct. I regret my prediction.
No. Roll the tape.
I gotta say.
Roll the tape.
Wait, look at this gameplay, by the way. Look at this snipe. Look at this snipe. Dude, he's one bullet, and he hits that headshot, by the way. That was nasty. I can't believe you guys didn't freak out harder in that one moment. But, look, here's the thing that I didn't think about when I was making my prediction is twos. It's really just like it comes down to who's more cracked. That's really all it is. It's that simple. Who is more cracked? It's Vemzii. Vemzii is clearly way more cracked than everybody else in this lobby. It's not even a contest. Like this Plaza game was the Vemzii show. Like FearMe's an amazing player. He held his ground. He had damage. We saw it in the stats. He put up some damage, but this was the Vemzii show, man. Vemzii made a statement today. He stole the spotlight. And I'm sorry I doubted you, my dude. You're on the way up. Keep grinding. And honestly, I want to see that Bound Renegade matchup. He went the humble route. He said, maybe he's not ready for it. But man, I want to see that matchup. Maybe give him Pyretic, give him Demons, whoever he wants. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, we might have to look into that in the future because this guy he's like a little Shotzzy to me. Like, sure. I wouldn't even call him Little Bound. I'd say Little Shotzzy. And that was just fantastic. I loved every bit of that matchup. Great job casting it, guys. But we've got to move on. We've got a big thing about to happen right now. A big matchup. The Kings, Bound and Renegade, taking on Frosty and Tripppey. We found some good challengers here. I want to bring up their statistics from the HCS Season 2 and see what kind of things we're working with here. Let's start off with Bound. Bound being the newcomer in the pro 4v4 scene. He's been the 2v2 legend, and everybody's been talking about him. He's earned a lot of money since he's been playing. He's been playing H2A with some legends. He was teaming with Pistola, and now he's on a team with Boo Boo Doo and Saiyan, and just he's killing it, man. They won a bunch of events. Average placement 2.2. Total game win percentage, 82.9%. I mean, he's just been outstanding. This is his premiere, basically. I mean, due to the unfortunate circumstances, he can only play online. He's only ever played online, though, so he's in his element, and he's dominating. He's showing that he can hang with the very best of the best, and it's just awesome to see. Then we're going over to his teammate, Renegade, who is the world champion HCS player. Total money earned a little bit less. Average placement a little less, which is kind of shocking. But, you know, Cloud9's been a little inconsistent, which was a little weird, seeing that is an incredible roster. Basically, Splice without Shotzi, Penguin in the mix on Cloud9. It looks like one of the best rosters ever. But, you know, that Shotzi, man, he's hard to replace. Total win game percentage, pretty low. I mean, but looking at his individual stats, 117, he is the chief. Renegade, though, I mean, he's one of the best to ever do it. You can't deny him whatsoever. But moving on to the next, we've got one of the greatest ever in all of Halo, Frosty, the two-time world champion. Incredible earnings throughout his trek in Halo and throughout his trek in Call of Duty. I think I heard an incredible stat that the teams that he's been on have won $500,000 in Call of Duty. He is dominant in first-person shooters. He's one of those formals. You know, he's one of those crim sixes. He can just go game to game and just be crazy cracked. 436 kill spread in the HCS Pro Series. That is insane. Like, he is, I mean, he's icy, man. He knows how to perform under pressure. Out of all the players that I've seen throughout the past few years, like, he is honestly the iciest. Like, he can keep it chill in the craziest of moments. We know Royal 2 and Snakebite are clutch as clutch can be. Lethal is super clutch, but this guy takes the cake, honestly. He's one of a kind. And then moving on, we've got Tripppey, his teammate today. Tripppey is actually he's known for his 2v2. He came out of nowhere as a 2v2 legend in the 2v2 playlist. So he actually comes with that accolade that he is a god at twos. He's been winning the Pin Halo 2v2 up against some of the best players ever. Lethal and Gilkey. He was unbelievable in that tournament that I casted. I just could not believe some of the plays I saw Tripppey making, and he's just been winning. The best players in the world, one of the best teams ever, picked him up as their fourth. That goes to show what he's capable of. Obviously, the placement is a little weird, seeing how he is on the best team, the two-time HCS champion of the current grass. You know what's going on right now. He has won both. He's won the championship, the final championship, and that's a little weird to see. But you know, hey, they're inconsistent. But on land, they make it happen, and I'm sure Tripppey, once he's back on land, he's going to be showing some crazy stuff. Let's get a little bit more in depth with him. I know you, Alex. You love this man to death. You love you some Bound.
I don't know if I love him specifically. I love his gameplay, but yeah, let's start with Bound though. I'd say Frosty is the undisputed king of fours. Bound is the king of twos. There's no stopping Bound in twos, in ones. This guy's just different. He's got the wins to prove it. You go back into the last event you guys just had 2 weeks ago. He won that against Soulsnipe and Druk. He wins the co-ed events. He wins pretty much every single twos event you could put on that he's a part of. He's a master in this playlist. And I mean, the gameplay speaks for itself. We got some on screen here. This man is just faster. This is his advantage over Frosty and Tripppey. He is just a faster player. That means that he'll collapse on spawns more quickly, and he's also going to weasel his way out of bad situations. He is so damn quick on the map, and that's going to help him out. It could also curse him as well if he picks his timing ineffectively, but Bound, he's a smart guy, and it looks like we got some old Shyway content. My God, I got a couple videos breaking it down, too. The guy's nasty, so trust me, he's going to be right in his element today. He's playing with Renegade. He's looking good. The only guy who I think could be his kryptonite, we'll talk about it, is maybe, is Frosty, but Bound, he's right at home, man. He's comfy. He's gonna play well today.
I agree. I mean, obviously, Frosty is a thorn in his side and whatnot. But you know what? Speaking of Bound, speaking of the fact that, I mean, you love him so much, I know you want to get a little bit more in depth with him, and also I want to know more about Renegade because I feel like I don't know enough about him. Did we actually get to sit down and talk with him?
We actually did. I think we should roll the tape.
Trying to just run at people. John straight up just like does not miss. Like this fool, when John's not missing, he does not miss. So I'm more just like I have a good shot, but I feel like I kind of combine it with movement, if anything.
I feel like you do a good job of just putting pressure on people. At least like when I play with you, like my ideology on like playing and winning is like I kind of let you just make a play, and then I just wait, see like what happens after that player. I just like try to like a one shot or just like OP.
Yeah, vice versa. So yeah, I just like 2v2 just because like I feel like I can just do whatever I want. I feel like if I'm the best on the map at the time, like out of the 4 players, I can just do whatever I want.
Do you guys think that Frosty and Tripppey stand a chance against you guys?
Yeah, I think it just depends on me and Bound are playing.
Yeah, I'll give him one map. I'll give him one map.
Like if me and Bound are playing like lights out,
I wouldn't even say lights out. If we're just playing like, I mean, I'm like 80% of our skill. Like I feel like we'll just win 4-0, but I'll give him one map.
If the sniper is in the enemy's hands, who do you want it to be with the least?
Oh yeah, Brad, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, Brad definitely hits modes where he just doesn't miss a bullet. So
yeah, like you can shoot at him, he still could hit you though. Like yeah, it won't matter.
Every top player has modes, but Brad just hits it a lot more consistent than a lot of players where he just doesn't miss a bullet. Like he'll just walk around super confident.
If there was an ideal match, who do you guys think it would be?
I feel like Brad, like individually, like his confidence is. I feel like he's one of like the only people who would be like confident against us. I feel like everyone else is kind of like expects like not to win as much as I hate to say it. But no, Brad just brings that confidence. So I can see how people would want to play Brad. And it's Brad.
I think Tripppey's probably I think Tripppey and Frosty, like you did. I think those are probably the 2 best players I could think of off the top of my head outside of like Neptune or people like that. Just people who still play Halo.
Sparty the dog too. That guy was insane at twos, but I don't think he's played in a minute. So
we inquired a lot of people about playing against you too, but we found that a lot of people couldn't find a duo that would match well with them to play against you guys and compete. So do you have any words for people in that position?
I guess my message to people that are scared are just like, what do you have to lose? I mean, you really have nothing to lose. It's at least if you think you're the best, or you want to be like one of the best, I feel like you shouldn't be scared of anyone. Like you should have no fear if you think you're the best player, you know. And there's a lot of people who play Halo who think they're the best player, and I'll be the person waiting to prove them wrong.
That's all good stuff, guys. Thank you so much for that. I just want to get your thoughts real quick on the undercard. CommandStation and Commonly versus SimplyFearMe and Vemzii.
I mean, I play CommandStation. I think she's pretty good. I think Commonly is like pretty dedicated as of lately. So I think he's shaping up to be like better than he used to be, and he's like trying to like grind for Infinite and get ready. So I think he's like gonna hit final form. And then Vemzii, I think Vemzii, he's a little Bound clone, so I mean, he's pretty good. But SimplyFearMe, I don't really have too much like knowledge on him that much. I know he's on the elevator or whatever. I think he's. I mean, I played him a couple times. I think he's good, but I don't know how like these players match up in 2v2s. So I think it'd be definitely interesting.
Yeah, I think it's 50-50 to be honest. I mean, Commonly doesn't really play much twos, and I know Vemzii and CommandStation play twos, so I think I'll probably go CommandStation and Commonly just off the fact that like Commonly's a pro. I don't think we'll get like nervous at all, so I'll go that team.
Yeah, I mean, when she and Bound play, I feel like she's smart and she knows how to play, but I feel like there's a whole other process into like being good at the game to being like one of the best. Like that's just a whole process in itself. If she's willing to grind and put in those hours, then it's possible.
Renegade, 2018 world champion, largely considered one of the best slayers in Halo 5's history. Bound, fastest player in Halo 2v2 expert, one of the most unorthodox players to date. This duo has been wreaking havoc throughout the online doubles competition and was looking like they would never be dethroned. Until now. Frosty, your reigning MVP and part of the most consistent teams in Halo 5's history. Tripppey, your current Pro Series Halo 3 and Halo 5 champion. Watch these 4 juggernauts collide. 2 pro teams, $1,000 on the line. Winner takes all. Are you ready?
Produced by LouisVTitan and live from Bryan, Texas. You're watching LouisVTitan's Money Tuesday.
Oh my God, Bashford.
LouisVTitan's Money Tuesday starts now.
This is what we've all been waiting for. The big matchup, Renegade and Bound. We just got to hear from them. Their confidence level is through the roof, gentlemen. I could not believe how cool Renegade was when he said that line. Well, you can make sure that you think that you're the best, and you got to have no fear, and once you get there, I'll be waiting and I'll prove you wrong. That is too cool, man. That gives me chills, man. It's just awesome. Bound
says it with conviction.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Getting to hear from Bound is awesome. But and he's the story right now. Building up to Infinite, Alex, he's the story.
Yeah, he's still the faceless Bound. What is he? He's Tracer from Apex. Hopefully one day this guy turns the face cam on, or we see this guy in a LAN, because we still haven't seen him in a LAN. This clip, by the way, huge throwback with this clip. This is the Mario Stomp. You guys remember this with Golden Boy casting? He's going to Mario Stomp him, and he just drops down on top. This is one of Bound's first appearances, actually, ever in HCS. So nice to see him making plays when he just showed up, and he's still making plays today. Of course, I'm Team Bound today, guys. This is his boundless potential card right here. His grand finals appearances are straight evil. That's 66.6% win percentage. He's got an 82.9, which is, I believe, the highest we have in our cards today. So he's nasty. He's got the stats to prove it. He's got the clips to prove it. It's just a matter of whether or not he can continue to put up that type of power today. They talked about it in the interview as well. Bound puts on the pressure, and I think Bound puts on more pressure than anybody in this entire lobby, and that helps somebody like Renegade. Renegade is just an accurate, just demon on the map. So, having Bound kind of fly in there, be the entry fragger, you can get Renegade come in and really just kind of laser up everything that's just left straggling. So, I think they're going to work together well, though Bound does have a weakness, and I think that weakness is here today. That's Frosty.
I mean, you've been hyping up Bound all night, but you know what? It's about this man Frosty right here. He's come a long way since his days teaming with the Suds over Reality Check. In terms of dollars per minute, Frosty's actually made the most money in the least amount of time in Halo's history. He's actually in 1v1 matchups, I guess, in Bound, as far as in tournament play in the Pro Series. He's actually stolen $3,000 out of his pocket as far as winning goes. This man's out of control. You're looking at him right here. He's the champion. He's the reigning MVP. Let's show this man some respect, along with my boy Tripppey.
Yo, Rip, did I say Tracer instead of Pathfinder?
Yeah, Pathfinder.
It might be.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Tracer's what, Overwatch? That's
yeah,
Overwatch,
it is.
Right? All right. My bad.
Yeah, but Frosty, he's insane. His finals performance is like no other. I mean, his darn montage was mainly finals clips. I mean, he's a land god. His average placement is first. I mean, come on, man. He just knows how to ice up. He has the ice. He's just incredible. Every time you watch him, he teaches you. He teaches you about the game, and he's been doing it forever, ever since the game first began. But his teammate is really what it's going to be for this day. Tripppey is the 2v2 god. The biggest 2v2 tournament that we've had, the biggest competition that we've had since back in Halo 1 was the Rise Till Dawn Red Bull event, the 2v2, where he teamed with Penguin, and he beat all of the top Halo 3 players. He is the Red Bull king. You can place him anywhere on a team, and he can fill that spot. He can be whatever you need him to be, and you can win a tournament. He plays so intelligent. He has so much raw skill, and he's just got a great personality. If you watch his stream, he's energetic, he's fun. He's just a great dude in general. Like, love talking to him. Very, very, very promising talent. He has not won a major event yet. He's won this 2v2, but he has not won a 4v4 major event. So we're still kind of waiting for that. He is the champion in HCS, but yeah, that's the team. But we've got to mention one more player, and yeah, he's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you were right about Tripppey. He hasn't won anything too notable yet. The man who has won everything that's about notable, Renegade. And what really, really impressed me was his performance last time that he was on this show. You know, we came out thinking it was going to be the Bound premiere. He's going to come out, he's going to do everything possible. And then Renegade showed, hey, I'm a god, man. I come in, he shot impressively well. He had a 1.47 KD during the last Money Tuesday event. He is one of the best 2v2 players to ever play Halo, period. Not just Halo 5. He's up there. He's a world champion, and that to me is going to cement him as the clear favorite in this event. Yeah, Frosty's great. He has the number versus Bound. Tripppey comes in. He helps other teams. But Renegade is the X factor. He's the difference maker. He's the ice. He's the clutch. And every time we've seen him on the stage, he performs. He has insane stats. And what I love about him is how confident he is. When you go back and watch his gameplays, he doesn't give anyone the respect they deserve. He's shooting bodies, he's bagging them out. I love Renegade for this match. I think he's going to continue his dominating spree, but here we are. 30 seconds till it's time, and there's our best of 7 rotation. What you'll notice in there, 2 Plazas, 2 Truths, and 3 Regrets. Regret is going to be the difference maker. These players wanted it to end on Regret. I'm interested to see why that's the choice. I'm really curious as to what's going to happen in that 3rd game.
Yeah, I mean, it's really going to be a tale of the Regrets. I mean, if it's really as close as we think, I think you know it's really going to come down to that. Renegade, he's amazing on it. We saw it, that he plays that map almost perfect. He plays Truth. They haven't lost on Truth. So we're about to see one heck of a matchup, guys. Are you ready? Here we go. We are going to go into our first game on Truth. Bound and Renegade taking on Frosty and Tripppey. Take it away, Shyway, and my good buddy, Toolez. You've been killing it all night. Go for it.
Garrett, it's been a while. How you feeling, buddy?
I appreciate it. I mean, kind words from Knighty. I appreciate you. And Alex, I'm so ready to get this, man. This is going to be some of the best 2v2 action that we can possibly witness.
Oh, yeah.
When we say that these are the best players in the game, they are the best players in the game. All 4 of them on top 4 rosters. They've all been in the grand finals come last HCS season. This is the place to be. Go on Twitter. Let everyone know where the action is happening today. Hashtag Money Tuesdays. Get everyone in here. Let's get this thing to the moon. This is going to be an incredible best of 7.
Let's hit 600, guys. We just passed 500. Let's go, baby. 600. We can do this. We got game 1, Truth, starting things off. Of course, we got Camo on the map to fight for, but both these players, both these teams, going to be making some big plays today. I want to still give the edge to Bound and Renegade when it comes to Truth. You put the sniper in the hands of Frosty, and he'll tear things up on Plaza, but Truth, I don't know, Garrett. I expect some big plays from Bound. We'll see who we start with, but I'm curious to see that Bound starting strat.
And there we go, guys. This is the first game for the best of 7. The opportunity for these teams to make the statement and to be in the driving seat for the rest of this best of 7. I think we're going the distance, but we have a beginning to start with, and it's going to be on Truth. Can Bound and Renegade keep their trophy? Can they be the reigning Supreme Masters? As we're actually going to be going over to Plaza. But, I mean, they are on top of the hill, and now we have the challengers coming in. They've been on the stage before. They know what it takes to win the game. Tripppey and Frosty, they've been in grand finals before. They've been teaming with each other. Can that, that link that they have with each other really propel them over the edge? Just a quick little lobby reset. We just had a little bit of an issue. We'll be right back into it, folks. We're not going to keep you for much longer. But once again, that first game going to be Truth. And like you said, Alex, I think the player to watch out for is Bound. Like, Bound plays so well on truth, he's going to be the player that will make the statements and to be in that super insane stat, right? He's going to be that 1.6 KD, that player just goes absolute ham on truth.
He's going to set the tempo. That's the biggest thing that he's going to do. He's going to thrust slide in there. He's going to be playing super fast, and he'll definitely set the tempo for the game going forward. Whether or not that turns into big plays from him, though, just depends on how well he's shooting today. Because honestly, Bound's a bit of a wild card in the accuracy department, and a player like Frosty can completely shut him down if he's missing. So we got to see, does Bound have the ice? Frosty's always got the ice, so I expect that today. But Tripppey's going to kick off our POV as he flies right up to top mid. He's already got BB12 and bottom blue, so maybe they'll kick off the speed. But Bound is hitting shots. He's got a 5 to start the game, and it's already 4-3 here, Garrett.
Already 4-3 as Tripppey has a one-on-one with Bound, but Frosty comes in at the last second and gets the help, and there goes down Bound. We're tied up. It's basically 0-0 at this point, right? The Invis didn't really play that big of an impact as we see Frosty. He definitely has the ice. He doesn't lose one-on-ones, puts Renegade down, and now we see Tripppey and Frosty both taking top positions. They want to force him into this back red spawn, and now they're just going to shoot together and find a collapse. We see Tripppey already getting pushed out by Bound. He has no fear. But man, you should fear this man, Tripppey. He knows how to play his position. He takes down Bound, and that's going to give them a little bit of momentum in this early game.
Tripppey's been putting pure grind time into twos recently and is starting to show here. He'll put the shots into top mid. Frosty's already got the angle, so he can come with the collapse. That's another kill right there. 7-4 on the board. We got the camo coming up, and the brawl's going to take place here as Bound going to try to stay up. He somehow lives longer than he should have, but that's it for him. Not sure if that camo got burned. I didn't see it get picked up, but in the meantime, Frosty and Tripppey, they're pushing through both sides, both bases to get the collapse on Car here.
And the one thing that Bound had that camo that Frosty just won. So that fight that Frosty just came in and destroyed Bound, that was with the camo. And that's one thing I've noticed early on in this game. Frosty's just better. He's winning every fight. He feels confident.
Wait a second.
He's taken everything. I love what I'm seeing from Frosty so far. You can tell he has the confidence as he finds the trade with Bound over at P2. Trippy's one shot. Renegade will go clean that one up as he makes his way over to top mid. But Frosty is feeling himself. He came in ready to play this Money Twos match.
Yeah, there was a big opportunity for Renegade right there, though. He was trying to get to top mid, had to drop down, decided to go P instead. You can see Bound's already pushing up to put the damage in there, so both players in the bottom are red. If they can get this collapse, they can do some serious damage. You can see Renegade playing it so patient. Nice shots into Tripppey, that's a kill, and then Bound and Frosty square off, and Bound takes it. So that's going to nearly tie up the game here, and they've got the momentum as well. They know the spawns are over on blue side, so this is how you set up that collapse, Garrett. They might have some serious plays here.
Yeah, what I love from Renegade is he just sits in that P3 spot. It's his perch. He's like a hawk looking down at a field of mice, waiting for one to clutch up, and he does exactly that on both sides. He's getting the kills necessary. Frosty gets the red bar. Ooh. Frosty just killed Bound?
He just got a double. I saw it on the feed there. That's 11-9. We don't know how he did it. Man's a wizard.
I think Bound gave the back, man. Frosty gets out of that. He was red barred over at bottom base, and somehow Bound gives up his life. And that's going to be a 2-kill lead for this Sentinel duo. And they're just going at it at this moment. Frosty looks primed to be the MVP of this event. He's absolutely playing out of his mind early on in this game, but Bound and Renegade about to answer back. Camouflage should be going into their hands. Bound got the time previously, and now he puts it on the body. Tripppey was able to take down Renegade and get a shot and Bound on the escape. But it's not going to be enough. Bound is going to be able to reposition and take down Tripppey, playing so patiently with the camouflage. Let Tripppey expose himself, got the last shots in, and now this is where Bound and Renegade, this is the storm is brewing. Watch out for the waves. They're coming roaring.
Ooh, the timing on this collapse, so you can see Renegade flies in without Bound there, so now Bound left by his lonesome. Back up on top mid here. He's still got a little bit of camo to work with, but he's going to wait for Renegade to spawn up. Frosty's just trying to eye him. He'll peek out the door there. Then have to back off here. Bound with a spring jump, back up into the window. He's taking his time too. Look at that movement on the outside of the windows here. He's got his teammate up on top mid to get they're just going to keep the high ground at this point, but Bound loses it actually. That's the collapse coming in. Renegade with the shots to help, and he can't seem to stay up there. Frosty with a crucial trade. That's going to keep him at 14-12. Frosty going to duke it out with Renegade. Here he missed the melee, and he does still get the trade. Those trades are big for keeping that little lead that they have here.
And there we go. Oh, Bound taking that bottom position. He's feeling quite confident taking that fight to Tripppey. But one thing to point out about Bound, man, he played that camel life so beautifully, right? He got away with it, let Tripppey chase him, and then got Tripppey out of position to get the kill. The only thing I wasn't a huge fan of was him jumping out into the mid. I think he wanted to get the top mid and maybe just miss his jump. But at the end of the day, it came out trade for trade for him. I think if he keeps playing the camel lives like that, we're going to be in a good. I think Frosty almost has 2 ninjas on the game as Renegade almost gave them back. But Frosty does go down. Tripppey finds a trade on Bound. Now Renegade and Tripppey gonna meet at P3. Renegade has the upper hand and the kill goes in his favor, cutting down the lead to 1. But Frosty with a quick trade out from the base. Great awareness from Frosty. Get up high, get the angle, and get that trade before he could get away and to stabilize this lead that they've had. And that's what I really like from this squad is that they keep stabilizing their lead. There are moments where Bound and Renegade look like they're gonna come back, but then Frosty pulls out a kill from nowhere. He gets something that's unexpected and keeps the lead at 2.
You know Frosty's feeling confident if he's already going for ninjas, though as I say that, Garrett, he did go down. This is big. Renegade does have the camo now, and they've got a big opportunity to make a comeback and turn it around. So Devil, that's Bound making his way through red, and maybe open up this challenge here. It's all about how they play this camo to swing the game here. You can see that the fight going down bottom red, that's a huge kill, but then going to come in to get the trade here. Frosty does it. That's something that he's been so exceptional at this game, is just getting pivotal trades. But there he is, down for the count. That's a solo spawn there for Tripppey on the opposite side. Renegade knows it. So we'll see if he can do something to get some momentum. He's got the silent pistol as well. The tack bag might be able to help him out here, but you can tell he's just listening, pulling out that stutter step as well. So this game just slowed down to a crawl here.
Yeah, and like honestly, Renegade, huge life with this camouflage. And if they end up taking this game, Frosty and Tripppey are going to be kicking themselves about this power-up control. They've lost just about every single camouflage. They've let it get into the hands of Bound and Renegade. They do get the trade out right there, so we're at 21 all. That camouflage, I think they go +1 or 2 at the end of the day, Bound and Renegade with that last camouflage, but that's definitely the reason why they're in this game. And it's just going trade for trade every single time, Shyway. We see Frosty lay down the perfect 5-shot to get the trade with Bound, and now we see these Sentinels players spawning in that back car, and they're gonna start getting collapsed on, but Frosty finds Bound once again. Bound has been caught out multiple times at the bottom mid of the map, specifically from Frosty. He's put him in his place. He's gotten himself the lead, now only 2 kills away from winning this game.
They have to be so careful of the timing that they pressure, right? That's not the first time I've seen either Renegade go in by himself or Bound go in by himself and just get completely demolished. But still a 1-kill game here, 2 kills left to close it. Frosty just looking for a victim. You got both players up on car, so they got the info. Tripppey's going to have to fend it off. He does get the nade. That's huge. That brings him to 1 kill left. Tripppey going to try to get out of here. And Frosty can come in with the collapse. If he gets this, that's game. But you can see Renegade, he's got to hightail it out of there. Just staying up in the window here. Bound now off spawn, going to come in, but 1 shot in the bottom of the base. Garrett, I don't know how he's going to get his way out of this situation. Tripppey coming in to clean it up, and they got a blank melee. How the heck? On a 24 kill. He gets a blank. Oh, no way. Tell me he gets the camo. He gets the camo and burns it. It's 24-24 off of a blank melee. Garrett, I'm losing my mind on game 1.
Oh, Tripppey, that's so unfortunate. And, you know, it was discipline from Frosty. He didn't want to push out and give himself a free death and potentially make this game close. He let Tripppey go do it by himself, and the blank melee comes out, and Frosty was in his own fight, and he doesn't ice up in that spot. And also, we're at 24 all. And shout out to Tripppey to winning these 1v2 fights when he's had them, but they put themselves in a weird spot. They're at the back base, top controls in Renegade and Bound's favor. I don't think it's going to be Frosty or Tripppey. They're gonna make this initial push. Actually, as I say that, Trippy's over at car 1, and he might be challenging Bound right here. Bound's in the one-on-one. There we go. Renegade comes from the bottom, gets the help, and they put themselves in the exposed position. Renegade and Bound answer swiftly and take this first game, steal this first game away.
Unreal. Garrett, you got to strap you to a heart rate monitor, because my heart just went up like ×3 beats per minute when that happened. When that blank melee, man, converted into 24-24. And what do you do in that situation as Frosty or Tripppey? Like, your mental is shattered, right? Tripppey in his mind in that situation, he's like, I should have got that kill. It should be over. And then it kind of defeats you. Whereas Renegade and Bound, they just got a second wind, right? They got a new lease on life and confidence, and they took that to the bank. They took game 1, but man, if game 1 is any indication, I hope you're ready for a long 7-game series.
I mean, that's grand larceny from Renegade and Bound right there. That was Frosty's and Tripppey's game, and now they have to figure out a way to persevere. But there's one thing that we know about Frosty, and that he's been in every grand final in Halo 5, basically. He's always iced up, and he knows how to win games. So when it comes to the mental concern, to me, there is none. Frosty's not letting that game get to him. He's like, oh, shucks. It was supposed to be a 4-0. Now it's going to be a 4-1. That's his attitude when it comes to Frosty. Tripppey's that X factor for me. He's calm, cool, and collected. Yes. But I'm not quite sure how he's going to handle that. He was the player. And in his mind, he gave up that game for his team. How is he going to respond in this next game?
I'm dumbfounded by this, Garrett. That was so damn wild. One hell of a way to end game one. Honestly, I think you're right in that Frosty is the type of player to immediately put that behind him and ice up, bring it into the next game. And I think Tripppey's got that grade A mindset as well. So I'm expecting that to carry over. And Plaza is a totally different ballgame. We saw it with Vemzii in the last series. Give a man a snipe, and he's capable of, 20-5, apparently. So I'd like to see Frosty, take the snipe in his hands, or Tripppey, and see what they can do to turn things around here. Because, my God, what a turn of events for game one. But, man, we're just getting started.
Yeah, and Plaza, I mean, that is the map that I have firmly in the corner of Frosty and Tripppey. Honestly, you give Frosty the sniper rifle. He's the best sniper in the game. He can't do much about it. But that's where we saw the kinks in the armor last Monday, Tuesday, was Renegade and Bound could not ice up on Plaza. They really let Druk and Soulsnipe go at him and control the pace of the game. And I kind of expect the same from Tripppey and from Frosty this time around. I expect Frosty to get that sniper rifle, put it to quick work. He's gonna find kills, and honestly, this is their momentum shift, right? All the momentum's gone. They had that game, it was theirs, it got stolen away, all the wind in their sails has fallen, and now it's up to them to build their momentum once again. And Plaza's
Are we watching it?
Map to do so.
I think
this is.
No, is this a replay? We might get a second.
Replays from the previous match. I hope we get to see that.
I kind of want to see it again.
That smack. I want to go in depth.
I want to see it again.
I want to see what happened.
I also say, guys, I totally understand the feelings. The feels in the chat are over 9,000. I see it, guys. It's brutal, but at the same time, I feel like we're gonna have to put this one behind us and really, the best team will prevail here, regardless of how that went in game one. Unless, of course, this continues to happen, and then we'll figure that out when we get there, Garrett. But holy, I would have liked to see that little replay there, but it looks like I think we're just about ready to get into our next match here. Plaza is going to completely change the flow of the game here, Garrett. Of course, you got the snipe, you got a light rifle to work with. That thing's a powerhouse. You got the combo, and of course, the OS sitting up on top mid there, so a lot of goodies to fight over. You even got the pesky barrels, 3 of them peppered around the map here, and those do serious damage.
Yeah, it's going to be the game of the sandbox, right? We have a sniper rifle to work with, the LR, the noob combo, the overshield. There's too much, there's too many toys on the map to be left alone. And there we go. Frosty immediately gets this overshield and is hunting down Renegade and Bound. I believe that's Renegade. He's just living in the glass area. Frosty's not going to let him live for much longer as he's going to find him at the driveway. As I say that, Renegade getting away with his life. He is a slippery one. Tripppey finally hits him down in that driveway. And Frosty really hasn't taken a bullet of damage. He got that overshield, able to get away with it, and gets himself the sniper rifle. And that really was the key to victory that we had for Tripppey and Frosty. Get the sniper rifle in Frosty's hand, let him go and put it to work. He's going to do that this game. He gets the first one and the overshield to work with. So great start this time from this duo as they're trying to shut him down, and a rare miss from Frosty as he just misses that player at blue door.
Yep, sniper. Look at this positioning, standing on the light there. I like the cheeky play from Frosty, though. Can't make it work just yet. They know exactly where he is. The nade coming in. Frosty gonna try to do something, but he can't. That's a snipe now in the hands of Bound. And I mean, we saw it last series. The snipe is the game changer. Bound with 3 shots to work with, and he's already planted one into brain. Looking for Frosty here as well. He will whiff it. But Frosty now up on Hotel, caught in a tricky situation here because Renegade coming in with the collapse, going to try to do something for a trade. And honestly, great play from Frosty to get the kill there. Nade coming in as well. The moves from this man, not enough to stop the double from Bound, who got himself a spree, and he'll spring jump his way right back up in the cafe.
Honestly, did we get the gamer tags mixed up? Like, is this Bound or is this Frosty? Because we saw Frosty miss some uncharacteristic snipes. Bound gets it and looks like Frosty with it, and we saw Frosty use the movement to get himself a kill. It's like we swapped places. A little bit of a Freaky Friday going on in the start of this game, as Frosty's going to go down from Renegade, but well, that's a hell of a start from Bound, right? He gets the sniper rifle and he hits some clean shots. I love it. He just goes, soars into nest and hits him at blue with all the confidence in the world. That's what I love to see from Bound. I want to see him continue to get this sniper rifle. He's going to keep playing that way.
Yep, tempo change right here in a second as well. These kills are pivotal. You got the OS coming up. Renegade just going to hold down top mid. They have to square off with Frosty, challenge him out the window here. Beautiful shots will get the kill. And he could go for that OS, but he's got Bound in tow. So nice little pickup right there. They'll switch it out. Bound with the OS. He can fly up into Cafe here. Should be an easy dub for him. You can see Renegade's trying to get that cheeky stick, but doesn't look like he was successful. Now Renegade 1v1 with Frosty yet again. The whole thrust out, and man, I gotta say, just Bound and Renegade making big plays right now. A 7-kill lead in their favor.
Yeah, they are having a dominating performance, and I want to hear what a dominating performance sounds like. Let's go in our first listen-in of this best of 7 with Bound and Renegade.
Alright, I don't know how this guy's in blue. I'm pushing him though.
One shot.
Oh, yeah. The one's S4, Brad.
Dude, he's dip. Fucking Joey. S4 and dip.
Sniper rifles on the field.
Yeah, got one. Other one should be S4.
I'm flying.
Go blue.
I'm
Here,
nuts.
Tripppey spawning bottom left. Top nest 2 shot. He botted me. He's just still an S. Other one is. No idea. He's still an S spread though. Other one's like top mid. Top mid Tripppey. 1 shot, 2 shot. Nice.
You guys actually nervous, bro. Jesus fuck.
He's S4 sniping him. Let's go, man. Still S4. Still S4. You're still. Oh, you're dead.
I'm nuts.
he said Tripppey's nervous.
Obviously,
Yeah, Renegade.
Not sure what.
My. And that's the thing, Renegade, with conviction, when he's playing well, he talks, he walks the talk, he talks the talk. He's a man of conviction, but Frosty still has snipe. Frosty still made that play to stay up, so he's got 2 bullets to work with here. Going to try to clean up Bound, but Bound being extra weaselly here, Garrett, he will get out of that. And it looks like Frosty's going to go down for the count as well. So rough situation because the OS is coming up, and both Bound and Renegade, they got control.
A beautiful nade from Tripppey to take down Bound on the escape, and he's going to find Renegade to go with it with the last shot of the pistol, and that will get the overshield back to Frosty. And honestly, Shy, I feel as if Frosty hits those no scopes that we normally see him hit. I think this is firmly in their favor, but Tripppey doing a great job of shoring up the defense. He got that critical double kill to get them that overshield, but Frosty needs to be aware of his back. I think there's a player behind him. Oh yeah, there they are. Blue ramp. Tripppey puts in most of the damage. Frosty finds the last shot, and he still has most of that overshield to work with. They are roaring back. What was it, 11-4, something like that when we early on in this game. Frosty and Tripppey starting to hit their stride.
Yeah, game-changing plays for sure. You can see they got the collapse on one player at a time here, so this is crucial timing, right? If they fly in, get this kill, that means another solo spawner once again. So big for Frosty. That's a huge win on Bound, and then you once again have Renegade left alone. So Tripppey and Frosty going to try to get this collapse really quickly and force that solo spawn over and over. And that's just the ultimate snowball effect you can create. They've done enough to get it to a tie game here. You can see both players back up, so 2v2 once again here. Tripppey up on nest. You got Frosty still over in Cafe, just looking for information. That first shot so important. Tripppey does see him. He's got that LR to put the damage in as well. Frosty, I like the chip damage from the side here, just working together, but Renegade with the collapse puts the first kill in. Bound for the chase now as well, so Frosty got to hightail it out. I like the trade from him, though. He keeps it close.
Yeah, absolutely. And we had one of the rockiest starts that we'll see from Tripppey and Frosty to start this game. And honestly, at this point, they've reset themselves. It's basically 0-0 at this point. They were at 16 all. They've reset themselves, and Frosty looks as if he's primed. He's getting trades. He's playing his best Halo, in my opinion, as he takes down Bound at that bottom lift, and that's going to give Tripppey the sniper rifle to work with. Overshield is going to be coming up. We see Renegade in position, and he also has that noob combo in the back pocket to work with. So we'll see if he uses that to neutralize or get the overshield, as it'll be coming up soon. But yeah, Tripppey just stutter stepping at bottom mid, trying to reposition the sniper rifle to be in a favorable spot for this overshield and try to blame whoever goes for it.
Yeah, look at this. He wants a big flank here, right? He gets right behind the enemy. He's got an angle on the OS. Just wait for it. Got to be patient here. Nice, hit the body. Tries to back off, but Bound gets the kill on Frosty. So Tripppey now alone here. Rough position for him. Nate comes in. He's one shot. Oh no, can he get this though? Tripppey gonna try to maneuver his way out of this, but that's an OS in the hands of Red here as he tries to back off. I don't know about that decision. That does drop Snipe out bottom mid. So they do have to go for it, but Bound now OS, Snipe nearly full. You would have thought maybe he should have burned it there, Garrett.
Honestly, what I thought was that he's actually nervous because he hit that sniper shot. He had a light rifle. He opted not to challenge like straight away. He let Renegade stay alive, and Renegade is going to be able to put the work in to get the sniper rifle into Bound's hands. They got the overshield to go with it. He milked beautifully over at that posters. That is completely on Tripppey. You cannot let Renegade stay alive there. That totally shifted the momentum of this game and put Bound and Renegade in the driving seat. And now Bound goes down. Beautiful collapse from Tripppey and Frosty. But the trades come in. Once again, it's Renegade doing what is necessary to win games.
This is it right
he
here.
comes up and trades once again, man. Those are some big trades because that was a great collapse from Frosty and Tripppey. They get out of that spot, but they gave 3 sniper rifle bullets to Frosty. Can he use them to get the comeback? As he misses the first, jumps up back to BR, looking for the second, finally finds the blade on Bound. Quite an easy one, not the hardest one in the world, but no scope nonetheless. Oh, they're just one shot, gets away from it. But yeah, Frosty.
Oh my.
Frosty
Frosty's
getting himself
up.
back into this game.
Yeah, Frosty's looking clean. Tripppey so far, Trippy's got to kind of pick up the slack just a little bit because Frosty's looking real nice in all his shots. And 2 kills left to close out this game for Bound and Renegade. So this collapse is huge here. Tripppey, he's going to make his way over to the doorway, try to get the finishing damage. That's big from him. Let's stay on board with Tripppey here because he's right up in the fray. In Cafe, he's got the combo as well. Huge opportunity for this man to close out this kill. But Frosty goes down, now down to 24. So 1 more to close it out. Tripppey, Bound going to square off here, top mid. And oh, this is such a tough position for Tripppey. If Bound does that little reclamber on top mid, he can cheese him. Bound going to go in and try to fly at him. Tripppey's still holding on to combo here. Nice execution. 24, Garrett. 1 kill to close it. We got that last player just sitting on LR, but OS up, and it should be in the... Oh, you know what? It might be over here. Oh, if Frosty... Frosty, can he get it? They have the OS, though. This has to be
They have the OS, but they're getting great shots in. The barrel's up. Oh, I don't like that. Renegade gets up close and personal with the green man, and he gets punished for it. Shy. We're 2 games in, and we have had 2 25 to 24s. What is going on right now?
I can't handle it.
This is the matchup, guys. This is going to go down as one of the greatest Halo 5 2v2 matches we've ever seen if it keeps going at this rate.
What's so wild is if OS wasn't in play there, I do not know how that was going to go. Because the moment they picked up OS, you can kind of breathe easy. But man, that fight on glass, when they're 24-24 and they're both nearly dead and they can't get the kill shot, it's just stuff like that is just, my heart goes out to Tripppey, Frosty, Renegade, Bound for just keeping things cool in that situation and not panicking. Because damn, we're still, Garrett, we're not even halfway through this series. We're gonna be jumping into a regret next.
Yeah, and honestly, I felt everyone's confidence was out of that world at that last fight, right? We saw Frosty continually look at that glass. He left the overshield to try to get that player that was one shot, expecting him to ego chow, and ego chow Renegade did. Unfortunately, Renegade just falls short of winning that pivotal fight. He almost reversaled Frosty from the window, and then Tripppey gets the overshield, gets it up close and personal. Bound couldn't put enough damage in to make it an even fight, and that's what puts them over. But honestly, what the cojones from Renegade to be weak and to reach out a pre-aiming Frosty to try to win the game. Look at that. That's insane that he would go for that challenge. But honestly, with the overshield being up, it was one of the few plays that he had to do.
Yeah, because OS was up, he really needed to make sure he was just checking the angle, trying to get that pivotal kill right there. Because once OS is grabbed, it's basically game over. It's very, very hard to not die against an OS player. Look at this, too. Renegade making himself a hard kill. We got Bound here. Does he hit the Mario Stomp? No, he's got the no-scope Magnum to finish it off. So Bound looking quick, as expected. You know, I kind of said Tripppey needed to pick up slack, but honestly, man had 15 kills. I didn't realize how well he was playing. I think it really just came down to the snipes, where Frosty was iced up on the snipes. He's hitting his no-scopes. Right here, you can see it in action. And Tripppey did have a bit of an unfortunate moment right there with that snipe in the light rifle where it didn't quite work out, and he didn't burn the ammo and snipe when he was in trouble. But despite all of that, they did manage to just close that out, bring the series to 1-1. I know I know we got 2-0 at heart right now, but for for now, I think we'll stick with 1-1. Let's see how Regret in the following matches go before we really take a combo on this, Garrett. But Regret, I mean, Regret is the most swingy, kind of momentum-based map game type combo. We got the OS bottom mid once again. And I've seen incredible strings on this map, just 11, 12 kill strings where it just seems like the enemy team could do nothing.
Yeah, and this is the X Factor map, right? This is the map that we're going to see 3 times. So if someone can come out and just prove that they're the best Regret team, they should theoretically have the easiest way to victory. If it goes to Game 7, they'll have the driving seat. They'll prove themselves to be the best. This is the X Factor map. Let's see who comes out the strongest off the rip. We saw Frosty go early for the overshield in the previous game. Does he do it again? No, he's going to go to P1 and play silently. There we go. The player goes in. Bound tries to get it. Tripppey with a beautifully placed nade. And now we see Frosty. He knows that player's around the P side. And there we go. Renegade gets a couple shots in, but he's in that bottom position, and Tripppey is hunting some Renegades today. He drops down and he wins the pivotal. He's not nervous anymore. Just won the one-on-one versus the man that called him out.
Honestly, so smart from Renegade there. The biggest thing you can do in that situation when your teammate's down is play your life as long as possible, because it gave Bound the opportunity to fly to red and then pick up that trade kill and stop the potential momentum that could have taken place here. Though it might happen again, right? 3-1 on the board. Going to collapse on Renegade. Tripppey stays up. Frosty going to try to come in, pick up the pieces. But then once again, Renegade going to maneuver his way out of that situation. Let Bound spawn up. Reset the situation here. And Bound coming in, going to get the trade. Frosty with the cleanup. So 5-2 on the board here as they're looking for spawners.
5-2, and what a flurry of events, right? That was beautifully played by Frosty and Tripppey. They're getting the top positions. They're going to be able to dictate the spawns, and now it's up to them to keep the spiral going, right? Keep the cycle, keep them on their back foot, as we see Frosty make that player one shot and then gets back and re-challenges Bound right away. Just misses the last shot, but Trippy's going to come in, and being the saving grace he is, the angel from above takes down Bound, and that's going to give him a 7-2 lead. And this has been a bit... Ooh, there's a player behind you, bud.
You know, on the observer. It's like one of those caster moments, right? With the overlay up, and you just know that he's in trouble.
But this is a bit of a flip of the script, right? We've seen traditionally Bound and Renegade come out strong versus these two in the early game. Now it's Frosty and Tripppey applying the pressure, and now it's Renegade and Bound that are going to have to find their way to persevere. And I still want to see it. I still have 25-24 on my mind. So if we can have all 7 games be 25-24, that would be ideal.
Oh, Bound living there is huge, though. OS coming up. And I mean, you know what? That dream might become a reality, Garrett. This could very quickly be a tie game if they grab this OS. We know it's pretty early, so Bound just about to jump onto it. And he does get it. Chow comes in, but oh no! Almost gets a backspec. That was a little scary, but Renegade there in tow to pick up a kill and another for a trade. And now 6-10, but Bound with nearly a full OS. Doesn't opt for the combo. Interesting play. I think he just wants the timing to collapse on spawn immediately, and I like this from him. Tripppey going to try to get out here. Renegade, not sure where he is, but he's got to come in with the collapse because Bound solo 2v1 here, trying to get something done. Frosty with the chow, just going up and down through this base here. You got to love the movement, but nobody's dying, Garrett.
No one's dying, and honestly, I want to hear what's happening. This looks like the most hectic moment of the game. Let's go into the listen-in with Bound and Renegade as they attempt this comeback.
Brad went car, I'm going car.
He double back,
Okay. Just keep living. Everyone's gonna be alive, live. Window, weak. There's one shot in red, Brad. I don't know what Tripppey is. I think Trippy's making a flank play. Brad's back red. I have no idea where Tripppey is, bro. He's on my fucking corridor. I live. Bro, we're so split, bro. He's bottom red. He's going red P1. He's red bridge, Brad. Or Tripppey.
Two.
Oh, let's go. We gotta start playing as a team, bro. We're just way too split. You two, one shot. This guy is so bad, bro. Nice. Don't see anything. OV soon. I spawned red. Good to be blow. Where?
Watch out, right there.
Blue. Okay. Should I? What the fuck? One shot red car. Where is red car, bro?
I'll see him, bro. Terminal, Joey.
I'm not top mid, bro. Hold on. How to drop? He's car 2.
The car 2.
OV.
Dude, and blue bridge, man. Nice. He's a terminal, looking your right card, He's red wall, drop down, he's dropping down, Ruby.
Got it. He's a blue P1. He's just fucking keep starting, bro.
Hold there.
I'll kill him.
I'm staying alive.
Jump,
He's one shot. Going. Yep, right to you. Good job. Spawned up now, Renegade. Yo, just sit red wall and watch car cross. I'll watch pink. Yo, under red bridge. I have a nade bound. Yo, we should cross on this guy.
Yep.
Going top mid. I have shots. Dead.
Oh, those are red.
Yeah, red BR. I have shots. One shot.
Watch out red front. Watch out front. He's front going under.
Got him.
Nice. I'm looking blue right away. He's going out P Street.
Yeah.
P Street.
Hit him 3 times, bound. Dead.
Okay, blue.
Victory
Probably.
will be attained in 5 kills.
Yeah, blue car.
Good.
Watch out, blue car. 1 bullet.
Pushing in blue. Both there.
Okay, can you sit? I have one with the game. Needle's 1 shot.
Good.
Got one.
Got the other.
Nice shit, Brad.
Man, I talked about it earlier, Alex, and I'm going to stick to it. Regrets the X Factor map, and so far we have seen clearly that one team is better than the other. Frosty and Tripppey making this look like child's work, as they have just completely dominated this map and dominated the second half.
Yeah, it's over. I don't see how they make this comeback. 1 kill to close it. Tripppey going to clean it up right here, and beautiful, perfect shots into the face of Bound. He just stares him down. And the beat down as well to the body. Yeah, I mean, Tripppey feeling it. Honestly, those comms really tell you a lot, right? You got Frosty and Tripppey sounding great in the comms. They sound confident. They're playing confident. Frosty just, I mean, he outplayed Bound several times during that comm sequence. And then Renegade and Bound, the first thing I hear, Garrett, is we're so split, bro. We're so split, right? They're split on the map. They're not gelling together on regret. And it's showing in the gameplay. They're kind of just, flying in one at a time, getting completely ripped off of spawn. So something's got to change there. And I know that, jump into Truth, jump into Plaza. That could be totally different. They could completely flip it around. We've seen it already. But, I mean, if Tripppey and Frosty keep playing like this, it's game over.
And, let's not forget that in game 1, they were a miss melee away from being up 3-0. This has just been a performance. I mean,
that one's going down in history.
Revisionist history going on, but Tripppey and Frosty have just shown themselves to be the better team thus far. I mean, there's obviously 24 kills in 2 games from Bound and Renegade. They could change any moment, but this has been Frosty's and Tripppey's game to win, and they've shown this match that they've just been the better team so far, and it needs to be Bound and Renegade's mental just needs to get more in sync. They just haven't been on the same page. They're playing away from each other, and now they have that bailed out first game. They need to use that as a launching pad to get themselves back into this match by winning the next game and tying it up 2-2.
It's wild because, you never really see Frosty play 2s like this. We know he's the king of 4s. He's iced up. He's always playing, at the top of his game when he's playing 4s, but we never see him play 2s, which also makes you think somebody like Bound and Renegade don't typically get practice against somebody at Frosty, Tripppey's caliber. So, in a way, it's a little shocking for their system, I would think, to play against somebody as clean on the map as somebody like Frosty or Tripppey. So maybe that's happening. Maybe there's a bit of an adaptation period where, Renegade, Bound, they're used to cleaning up shop. They're used to running through their opponents and not getting 5 in return. But, Frosty, Tripppey, they just hit different.
Absolutely, and they're just looking like the better team, and honestly, that's what it comes down to. And what I think it is that I think Knighty brought it up earlier, is that Tripppey is just a 2v2 god. We've seen him consistently perform the highest level when it comes to 2v2s. He won Red Bull Rise till Dawn. He plays 2s all the time on MCC, playing money 2s with whoever will put up the money against him, and he hardly ever loses. Maybe he's the player that, if you're trying to make a run at Money Tuesday and Tripppey's available, I think he might be the player. He is the definition of plug and play. He'll work with anyone. He's played on multiple rosters the last couple months. He was plugged straight into Sentinels, and they've won a championship quite easily when it happened. Look at those stats, man. He's just so incredible. MCC Pro Series win. He has 6 of them. He was dominating in MCC.
Yeah.
He won the 2v2 at Rise Till Dawn, and then he gets put in on Sentinels and immediately goes and wins the championship there. He is the X factor in this 2v2 match.
It doesn't matter what game the guy plays. He's always at the top. And he's showing it today, Garrett. Tripppey's looking great, Frosty's looking great, and honestly, I am so excited for this Truth rematch because this is everything for the series. Right now, Frosty and Tripppey have picked up momentum. If they take this game as well, Garrett, you know, that might be it for the series. I don't know if Bound and Renegade can come back from that kind of deficit. And I mean, from what we saw in Game 1 in Truth, this one's going to be real close.
It's going to be a nail biter, in my opinion, and I'm going to give the favor to Bound and Renegade. I know I just talked up Frosty and Tripppey, but to me, that what I saw in the first game was that they had a much better presence when it came to the power-up control, and that, to me, is the difference maker on Truth. Getting the camouflage and using that to get picks and get kills. As Renegade finds Tripppey, and Frosty knows there's a player right next to him, and it's Bound, and Bound comes down to challenge. Frosty wins the fight with the perfect 5-shot, and if he stays alive, now Renegade eventually takes it out. Calm down. He's not going to get away from that one. But once again, it comes down to Frosty just getting trades where trades do not belong.
Yeah, exactly in those situations. You know, Bound, he's going to keep flying in regardless of the fact that he just got 5. He's going to keep trying it. But if Frosty keeps shutting them down, they're just not going to be able to pull away. But right now you can see one player underneath blue base trying to be sneaky here. Tripppey seems to be aware of it. But as he goes down, that player goes up. So a bit of shenanigans going on here. Renegade coming in with the shots. I like the sneaky play from him. But Frosty, once again with the trade, the Renegade picks it up. That brings him to 5-3. So Renegade with an advantage on spawns here. He knows where to look. You can see them already flying out through bottom mid. So they're trying to quickly reposition and put themselves in unpredictable spots as fast as possible here. But Bound, you see how quick he gets down to bottom mid. Renegade getting lasered across the map, though. He'll have to back off. Bound hopefully picking up the pieces. So I like the teamwork here, Garrett, so far. You know what? Actually, as I say it, Tripppey getting the trade.
Yeah, he gets the trade, and now Renegade has a one-on-one versus Tripppey, and Tripppey just going to opt to go for P3. And oh, look at that awareness from Renegade. I don't know if he heard him drop, but he placed a well-placed nade, and he gets a trade out of it and get on a killing spree, man. 5 kills unanswered right there, and that's why they have this lead, is literally because of what we saw from Renegade.
Goes to show how important that camo is, and it's about to come right back up. So you can see pink side control on the side of blue here, but Renegade coming in hot with the nades. BB12, Frosty just hanging out on the very edge there, but he's one shot. Renegade with the cleanup. The timing is crucial. His camo's coming up, and Renegade looking for killing spree round 2 here. Actually, you know what? Maybe they gave it to Bound. Nope, Renegade. Where's the camo? Is it late?
I think it's pretty severely late. I think it just popped up now.
Oh no, yeah, it's a burn. There you go.
Yeah, and it's a burn, and that's a critical moment for Frosty and Tripppey right there. They get away with something dangerous because Bound and Renegade were set up, and they knew the time. I don't know why they were there as early as they were. They could have been a bit more expanded and had the fight further away from the camouflage, but they do end up getting the burn, and that's going to make this game 9-8 in their favor. And, you know, that's consistently been the problem with Frosty and Tripppey for Bound and Renegade, is that they just keep themselves in striking distance. You slip up, they're going to take it, and they're going to take the lead. Bound and Renegade are playing extremely well right now. They're getting the kills that are necessary to win the game, but they cannot afford to slip at any moment because we've seen Tripppey and Frosty punish them every single time as Renegade wins the cross map battle versus Tripppey.
Renegade shoot laser beams. Like I don't know if you just saw that fight, but he's hitting every shot from car to pink 2 or pink 3, and that's not easy to do. And he's still doing it. Look at this. Tripppey trying to chow him. That's 3 shots in. He goes up, and he completely rips him off while he's clambering. So, I mean, Renegade's not missing. Bound's not stopping. He's just flying in. So that's the type of pressure in combination that wins them 2s games. And, I mean, at this point, 13-8, this is the perfect answer back considering their defeat, their overwhelming defeat on Regret. So, I mean, if they keep up this energy, they can give themselves all the momentum right back.
And look at this, Renegade is pushing back to Tripppey. And I like how he just lets Bound do his thing, right? He's like, hey, Bound, go push him. I'll go get the escape routes. And the escape route he did cover as he finds the player hanging out of the window. And that is beautiful from Renegade. He lets the hounds loose. He lets the devil dog out, lets him chase him down, and he'll just get the exits and get the easy kills. I love that from him. Look at Bound, man. He's just challenging everything. They're feeling themselves. They're getting themselves a lead. And I think we're going to see ourselves 2-2 right here because I just can't see them choking this game away.
We got a series, baby. I can't complain, Garrett. Honestly, you know, if Frosty and Tripppey are going to dominate Bound and Renegade, then Bound and Renegade do it right back to them in the next game. And I mean, so far that's what it looks like. Though that camo is going to go in the hands of blue here. So I mean, we've seen the plays Renegade made with camo. Let's see if Tripppey can do the same because he's already stuck out of there. He's already out front blue. Looks like he does have a kill. He's going to get shots up into top mid. Doesn't want to go down here. Renegade playing it safe. And you can see Frosty angle across from car. You got to love that spawn. And they already have the info on the new spawner here. Bound trying to get the trade, but unsuccessful. So 17-13. This could very quickly turn around.
That was such a smart play from Tripppey, right? I don't know if he knew that the split spawn would happen because he got in that fight with Renegade, but he pushes that player, gets him one shot, and forces him behind the shields. Frosty gets the split spawn and gets the perfect angle, and then they can work with each other to get long angles over towards Car. And honestly, I think the comeback's happening, and I want to hear what the comeback sounds like. Let's go on a listen in with Frosty and Tripppey and see if they can cement themselves back into this game.
Under the Cardic.
Okay.
Shot. Peep at it. One's P2.
I'm looking P2. I'm card 2. I'm card 2. Renegade P2, right side. 5 shots. We can just double team Renegade.
One bullet, bro. I'm just getting naded. He's gonna be left side on you too. Oh, nice try. I'm just waiting for you.
Okay. Yeah, boopy. Throwing at boot 2.
Good shot back blue.
It's gonna be car. Go.
Yeah, I'm just getting doubled. One's car 2. Alright, stay up. I can't help you, Bound. I can't not help. I don't know where Bound is. One shot. One's weak front red.
Pretty sure Bound's just pushing P2, yep.
Alright, stay up.
One shot P2. I'm living.
I don't know where Renegade is.
Naded a red P.
Oh. One shot in the Viatic. That red P2.
Nice street. Nice shots.
I cannot help you. Cannot help you.
He's the one bullet. You're good. Take your time. If we get this camo, we're good. He's P2.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Pushing up P2 now. There's a guy blue street. Renegade. P3.
P3, Renegade. I had him 3 times. Twice.
I'm charging P3 right now. Pushing.
Probably on camo, I think.
Okay. Just got it.
Blue, red. No way.
Two. 5 shots and down, 3 of them. Going red Viatic.
Both window. One's under Renegade with camo. Under red. Under really with camo. Sitting under. Going P, I think. Going P. He's definitely there with camo.
Yep.
I can't help you.
Got him.
Oh. No, wait. Car 1. I had him once.
Looking. You bottom mid, yeah. Bottom mid, pushing Carter.
I had him nade.
Okay, I haven't dropped.
Red bubble spawn, 100%.
Okay. Alright,
nice shot.
I'm in red.
Okay, they're gonna spawn bubble. They're gonna spawn bubbles.
Yeah. Car 2 bound.
I had him once. I'm gonna get pushed blue, I think.
Yeah, Daylan's red on me.
Can I help you?
Got him. I'm living.
Nice. He's bottom middle. I think Bound.
No, it's top mid. Fuck.
And there we go. What a series of events for Frosty right there. Getting the sticky on the camo, and then immediately, what I really liked was the communication between the two of them. They knew exactly what was necessary for them to get the spawns that they wanted and for them to collapse. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be quite enough to get them back into this game. They went down too much, but what a rally back from these two. I think we're seeing why they are up for the challenge of dethroning Bound and Renegade.
Yeah, I don't see him taking this game. I see Renegade and Bound winning this. Of course, one more kill to close it out. The Tripppey does get it, but honestly, all the momentum that Tripppey and Frosty picked up there was off of that God stick from Frosty. That was an insane stick on camo. They picked up so much momentum to the point where, I want to say it's possible for them, but the nade coming into toilet here and Bound get a fly for the backstack. Like, God, that will be 25-21. So, I mean, overall, Renegade, Bound, they maintained the lead in this game, but man, did Frosty and Tripppey find ways to put up a fight, find ways to steal that momentum and just showcase it. At any moment, they could take it. But man, we got to take a look at that accuracy stat from Renegade because the dude is shooting laser beams. All right, 55 is a little modest for what I expected, but he is accurate on the map. Frosty actually one step better. He's got 59, make it 60, and 2,734 damage to boot.
What I think is super, I think 55.7 is impressive because of how far Renegade was playing. So often we saw him at P3 getting cross map shots and he won every single time. And your accuracy is obviously going to drop when you're constantly having long range fights. But I love the way that Renegade baits Bound. He lets Bound go out, play aggressively and fast, and he just hangs back, covers the exits, gets the kills that's necessary. And we're seeing Renegade right now. This 16-9. This is what we saw 2 weeks ago at the last Money Tuesday event. We saw Renegade to get unleashed, and he was just unleashed right there. 16-9, was able to stunt Tripppey right there. Trippy's been playing absolutely phenomenal these last couple games. In fact, he had like a 1.17 KD in the 1.18 KD between the last 3 games. That one obviously going to put a dent in there, but what an answer from Renegade right there. He went full Renegade.
This is the game plan in action right here. You can see it in that scoreboard is Bound flies in. He puts on the pressure. He does the initial damage and really, you know, keeps them guessing, right? He keeps them back. And then Renegade kind of just comes in and just lasers up all the pieces and he picks up all the kills. You can see Bound had, I think, 8 assists along with his 9 kills. So Bound just flying in there. He'll take a lot of deaths for it as well because his you know, he's so aggro in his gameplay, steals a lot of the attention. But I mean, Renegade in the meantime, he picks up a killing spree. He got 2 sprees in that game. So just fully capitalizing on every opportunity he had.
And remember, they look like the better truth team in my opinion, Bound and Renegade. But we've seen both our troops. What we haven't seen is all of our regrets, and that's where we saw Tripppey and Frosty dominate. And we're heading back to the tried and true. We're going to regret. Let's see if Frosty and Tripppey can continue their domination on this map and force themselves into a game 7, which would be another regret. This is such a critical game for Tripppey and Frosty to win. Prove that you're the best regret team and prove that's what's necessary to win this series.
Yep. If Frosty and Tripppey can repeat exactly what they did, then I mean, they're looking good for regret, but we can see a different play here. Bound flying in. He doesn't get the OS this time, but Renegade somehow sneaks away with it. And that should hopefully give him a trade here. Frosty put on the damage being a hard kill. You can see them kind of baiting and switching each other, though. Frosty does get taken down. Renegade get a fly in for Tripppey as well. So nice little double from him. And an opportunity for momentum on the side of Renegade and Bound here to start the game.
You know, and Renegade and Bound, they're just a bunch of thieves, man. They've been stealing games, they've been stealing kills, and now they're stealing power-ups. And they've just been absolutely dominating throughout this game. And it feels as if their micro has just been the tad bit better when it comes to some critical, especially with the power-ups. They've just been that tad bit better. But honestly, I feel like I'm seeing a Star Wars trilogy right now, Shy. We had the New Hope. We saw Frosty and Tripppey come out really strong and show the glimmer of hope that these two could get dethroned. And right now, we're seeing the Empire strike back, man. Yeah. Bound and Renegade have just completely taken over the last game, and now they're trying to do it once again. They got away with that overshield. Frosty and Tripppey stabilize for now and get themselves a 1-kill lead. But this is just a story that we have been seeing tried and tested, and it's true. And I love what we've seen between these two teams.
Let me just say that this definitely ain't the Disney movies. This is the real original trilogy you're talking about. This ain't Disney. No.
Yeah, New Hope, Empire strike back. We go consistent.
This is a proper Star Wars action. All right, so 5-4 on the board, 1-kill lead. Somehow, you know, despite the OS grab, despite the early momentum, Tripppey, Frosty, they stole the lead back. And Tripppey with the shots on the Bound here. Bound, does he clean it up? He doesn't. So this is where the accuracy comes into play. Tripppey going to win that. He's going to shake his head no, too. I don't know if you saw that. And the 3-shot beatdown. He'll get that kill. He'll get the combo. And that's a relatively full combo. This might be nasty, Garrett.
Yeah, that is a full one to use as Tripppey is trying to get himself in position. Frosty wins the one-on-one and Bound, and now Tripppey can completely control the exits, right? He's just sitting here, he's watching any leave, and he's going to use that noob combo to ensure that he kills anyone that gets up close and personal. But, what was that? Was that Renegade that just dodged that noob combo shot? And Bound gets taken down in the last second. A Renegade will go down as well. What a huge live from Tripppey right there as he is able to find Bound. And now they get them both on the kill screens. They're going to be able to get that overshield time for themselves. And a 10-4 lead. This is looking dominating for Frosty and Tripppey. They are just proving to be the best regret team out there.
Oh, Tripppey took a hard nade there, so his OS is deleted. But yeah, you're right. They got all the momentum. 12-4 here. This is looking like a repeat of the last game. So Tripppey now blocking red. Frosty got the guaranteed spawn, but even with the guaranteed spawn, Renegade just shooting a little better. So that does bring it down to a 7-kill deficit and slows things to a crawl here. You can see Tripppey playing all sneaky up on top mid. Car 3, though. There's Renegade and Bound. Or actually, Renegade up on pink. Bound up on Car. Over to top mid now. Just trying to be a pest, trying to get in there, but ultimately 13-5 and 2 players flying through the window. Bound, good luck to you, buddy. That's it for him. 14-5 now. They're just capitalizing.
And honestly, it was such a dominating performance from these two. I feel like we're going to hear much of the same, and I can't get stale, man. I want to go on a listen with Tripppey and Frosty because they have some of the unrivaled comms. They have the best ones in the business, and they're showing why. They've doubled the lead, 14-7. Let's listen in with them and see how they're going to win this game.
I'm showing at you.
I didn't get a beat on. He's going window. We're sitting in the window now. Other one's going out car, going blue car.
Yeah, blue car and then blue wall. Renegade. That's one blue. You red wall. Come up car again.
Okay. One's back red.
Oh, us is gonna be up soon. Okay.
Yep, one's back red.
Okay, I'm top mid. I'm looking red too.
Back red. I hit him twice.
Yeah, I'm just showing. Overshield? Yo, I think one's pink.
Like 35. Yo, P2.
Yeah, P1 red side. The other one's far right bound. Red side. You me about mid?
Yeah, I'm here.
Your side pink. I'm on OS.
Behind me.
What time is it?
Like 35 maybe?
I got it.
Oh my god, good shit. 35. Alright, just take your time. One's gonna be behind you. One just jumped up. He's showering you still. Try to live. I can come bridge.
Yeah, I'm dead.
35.
Red BR. Your red BR on top mid, P side. Or car side. I spawned under blue.
On the nipple. One shot blue nipple and one's top middle, Renegade. Alright, stay up. Nice shit. Top middle for sure. Red bridge.
And we have just seen Bound and Renegade have been surging back, but Frosty and Tripppey have done a beautiful job of holding them off for now. And I love the gas that Tripppey gives Frosty every time he does something sick.
Did you see that synchronized melt though from Bound and Renegade on Frosty's OS? That was insane. Like they both crossed up with each other at the same time and hit all their shots, and Frosty just like completely got just shattered to pieces. Like I've never seen such a synchronized. It was beautiful. I would props.
It was great, and Tripppey was being the commentator for us, man. He was like, "Hey, he's jumping up, he's challenging, he was calling it all out for him," and there was just nothing Frosty could do in that situation. I mean, desperately tried to stay alive, but the Bound and Renegade were not letting him out of that spot. And there we go. Frosty's gonna find Renegade with exposed over at P1, using that noob combo to get the easy kill. And honestly, I want to see Bound and Renegade get back into it, but I just feel like the lead that Frosty and Tripppey had built early on is just gonna be too much.
It all comes down to this OS. This is the biggest OS in the game right here coming up. Whoever grabs it, I think will, or actually, I mean, if Frosty and Tripppey grab it, I think they're going to take it. If Renegade and Bound can get this OS, I think they could turn this around. They could bring this back. But you do see the combo in the back pocket of Frosty, so he does have a backup plan here. He's going to come in hot with the combo, though. Misses it. Renegade wins the fight. That's huge. OS coming up. Where's that OS, though? Bottom map. We got to see what's happening here. It's not up yet, so Bound. Oh, it's 35. Okay, so Bound with a huge opportunity. He gets the shots in to knock him back. OS in hand. 4-kill game. They can bring it back, Garrett.
They can absolutely do it, and Bound hits some great shots on Tripppey to take him down. Needed 8, but all 8 hit, and now Bound, he saw him delay himself a little bit on the red side to force a blue. I think they're trying to move fast enough to get a split, but the split, actually, does he just know that the player spawned bottom base? That's insane. That's some great awareness from Bound, and it's gonna get him a double kill. That's the difference maker. The 2v2 god that is Bound. He knows the spawns perfectly. He's tied up this game. The momentum's in their favor. The Empire is striking back. Dark Bound and Lord Renegade coming in to finish this game.
It was all that OS. They grabbed that OS. That's the moneymaker right there. They swing this game right back in their favor. They got map control. You can see both Frosty and Tripppey. They're stuck in red. Shots coming in. Renegade got a double dilemma here. You got one in the toilet. You got one up on car. Renegade with the smooth moves there to stay up, but Bound's got to collapse, and he's not there in time. So both players flying out red here. Bound can't get the trade, and that brings it 21-19. So Frosty, Tripppey in a bad situation on the back foot. They fight their way out of red. They've got back the map.
And with that, it's going to be a hard hill to climb, but let's see if they can do it. I want to hear Bounds and Renegade's last moments. Do they win? Do they lose? Let's hear it through the end.
Blue harder. I don't die, don't die. Two shot. I kill him, I will kill him. Nice, other one's red. I'm soaring. Should be red. Okay. He's probably car or in the toilets or something. He's bottom red peak tunnel. Nice, get in here.
Oh man. He's pink one.
Somebody pushes.
He's running. He's your pink. He's going. He's your Eli. You're Eli red.
Alright, Obi son.
Okay. How do you know the time exactly?
Got one, Obi.
Bye.
Yo, P1 from red. I'm good, from red.
Okay, I'm looking.
Nice, good shit, John. Holy fuck.
I fucking pissed on him, bro. Man.
we'll get away from that language, but yeah, that was a dominating second half from Renegade and Bound, and we see Renegade come out once again, man. He is on a path of domination. There's no one like him. He's the best in the galaxy. 18 and 10, only 2 assists, but he didn't really need to assist much. I like Bound right there, playing that supporting role though. Half of Renegade's kills were assisted, and what a comeback from these two in that ending game. That was just absolutely a treat to watch as we're at match point. This is it, game number 6.
Just wild though. You gotta love that energy in the comms though. You could feel like just Renegade's looking fierce right now, Garrett. He's looking nasty. He said some stuff that I'm glad we didn't have to say. He said what we were thinking for us. There's some nasty words out of Renegade. And I mean, he's gonna carry that energy directly into Plaza. Regret was the difference maker. Regret was the map where Frosty and Tripppey had dominated, but so far it looks like Bound and Renegade, they managed to bring it back, and now it's up to Plaza. And I mean, Bound and Renegade, they won the last Plaza, I believe. Actually, did they? They didn't win it. They lost it to Frosty and Tripppey. So you know what?
Yeah, they lost it.
This might go to a game 7. We don't know yet. This is definitely insanely close. And I mean, we're seeing it here. This was the OS that changed the game. When Bound grabbed that OS, they brought it back. Bound then flies into blue. He gets that nasty double. I mean, man, Garrett, this has been such a pleasure to cast, a pleasure to witness, I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, it's all been, we see incredible moments from Frosty and Tripppey, and it's been going great for them, and then all of a sudden, that dark shroud of clouds come through, and it's Bound and Renegade, the gods that they are, thundering down the damage, and possibly putting the nail in, right? And now it's up. They're on their last foot. They have to clutch up here. There's only one opportunity for them, and it's to win. They have no other options. When it is now, get the robot hand, pull out the lightsabers. I want to see the duel, man. We are in the last saga right here. This is episode 3. Plaza and Regret going to be the 2 maps that take us through. That sniper rifle going to be the most impactful weapon on the map. And maybe we'll see Frosty be a bit more consistent with it this time in order to force us to a game 7.
Garrett, this might be the last game today for our Money Tuesday. This is a big deal game. Remember, you guys, you can vote on who you think is going to win. We got a poll up on the top. I think there's tokens. You put some tokens in. Right now, Frosty, Tripppey, they got it 68-32, and that is constantly fluctuating. So what do you think? Who's going to take this? This is a big game. Might be the last one, unless Frosty, Tripppey got something to say about it.
Something to say they have. I was gonna say Renegade and Bound just destroyed. It was reminiscent to that overshield melt that we saw in the previous game. Frosty just immediately went down. The sticks come out from Tripppey but do not quite hit as Bound is trying to get himself away. I'm not sure if he wants to challenge or run. He's doing a mixture of both, and Frosty got the sniper rifle, so it seemed as if it was going to be a rough start for these two. Frosty went down immediately, but Tripppey milked his life, got Bound in a precarious situation. Frosty got the sniper rifle away, but Renegade comes in with the late flank and is going to be able to take down Frosty, and with that, the sniper rifle as well. We could see a bit of a cursed sniper as it's in that bottom mid spot. It's going to be hard to get to.
You got to love the shutdown on Bound right there, though. Bound could have gone huge with that OS. He tried to do damage in Cafe, but just couldn't do it. Now Tripppey's got the snipe. We got a new spawner, and he's just getting destroyed. That's Bound, and the no-scope into U-turn right there. So that leaves that player one shot. Renegade going to try to live. Frosty tried to put in the damage. Renegade, second lease on life here. Shots into garbage truck, near perfect shots as Frosty gets out and replaced with Tripppey coming out of, I mean, he was in snipe, but it looks like he took out Bound up a top lift. Renegade right now, though, he's in a rough situation here, Garrett. If he gets the trade, that's huge. He keeps it. He keeps it tied, man. Renegade is not missing today.
Now, Renegade died. This is Renegade. He's ascended. He's in heaven.
No, he's in hell,
He's
dude.
doing everything. He's in hell.
He went down.
Absolutely. He went down.
He spoke to Satan, and man gave him powers.
Man.
For sure. I mean, he's got the snipe. And I thought that was a heady, but I mean, looks like he's going to have to back out for now. He's got 3 shots, and he's not going to get to use them. That's a nade to take him out. Frosty, snipe in hand. Let's see what the man can do. Oh, baby, you know he can do work.
That is prime Frosty right there, and this is it, right? Every time we think they're coming back, that's when Frosty and Tripppey ice up and do what's necessary. We see Tripppey with the noob combo as he pushes through. Frosty misses that last sniper shot, but the damage is done. They pushed him so far back into glass, and there's nowhere for them to escape. Tripppey finds Bound as Frosty repositions himself over to the LR as they're gonna rotate towards blue. Frosty just checking his corners. They come out top gold. They know where both players are now. Frosty's just gonna take a step back, play it slow. Tripppey has the overshield to work with. He's gonna let him go out and do the damage. Frosty just keeping his life, and I love how smart they're playing and how together they're playing, right? The communication is just top tier between these two.
Frosty played his life perfectly. The dirty work all on Tripppey's hands right now. He got the 2 kills with the OS. He's still duking it out in Cafe. You can see it on the overlay. Frosty, in the meantime, just holding it down from far off here, so not really able to chip in. He does have that LR, which is basically a power weapon if he hits that thing scoped. But right now you can see he's playing it slow. We got Snipe coming up. I believe that's Renegade making his way over to Snipe. You know he wants to hit some shots with that. He's got the nade coming in. That nade banked off of him, and that is so unlucky for Frosty. You know Renegade didn't mean to do that. Sorry, that's Bound right there.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, you get lucky sometimes. You hit the fastball, and you give your team a breath of life, and that's exactly what Bound did. He's getting away with the sniper rifle. Tripppey's in this dangerous spot. I was like, why are you staying there, man? The Bound's going to be coming back. He does just that. Tripppey gets taken down, 8-10 lead in favor of Frosty and Tripppey, but they are on their back foot. Sniper rifle in the hand of Bound, and we've seen what he's done with it before. He hits one body, just grazes the ground and misses Frosty's head. It would have been a pixel to hit if he did, but this is just intense between these squads. Bound and Renegade trying to make magic happen once again.
Yeah, Sniper the game changer here. Renegade just needs to bait so Bound can get some angles here, but Bound opts to fly into dip. The little double team. He does get the kill, but the nade's coming in. Gonna try to pick it up here. Can he get it? Bound can't hit the snipes, but honestly, he stayed up, and that's what matters most. He'll get the melee trade. So Frosty now dead. We got a tie game. We got a spawner up on Tram side. Bound aware of it. So you can see he's already rotating back over to Nest. He's going to give himself a good position for an angle here. Just looking for victims, looking for targets, playing it slow. Renegade, he's got to get in there and just be annoying. Kind of chip away at him so Bound can get these opportunities, but Bound just back and forth here. OS should be up. You can see it's up center map. Bound gets the kill. 1v1 for the OS here. This is huge. Bound off a spree. Lands the no-scope. Does he hit the shot? He gets it. That's huge. The spawner should be up, though. But it looks like it's not enough. That's an OS in the hands of Red, so massive plays for Bound.
Win condition 50%.
Yeah, Bound has just totally spun this game on its head with that sniper rifle, and it allows Renegade to get that overshield to work with. And Bound finds another kill on Frosty, and he's just changing the game. Frosty had his number early on in this series, and now it's just been Bound. He's winning every pivotal. He's doing what's necessary. Renegade is already pushing the spawns, using that overshield to push their advantage as he finds another kill on Frosty. The cycle has been put in place, and now Frosty and Tripppey have to find a way to break it. Trippy's just one shot, gets his shield back at Nest, but they're both coming in. We have a head-on fight. This is basically Husky Raid at this point, looking down the sight lines, trying to get the kills. They both back down. No one quite wanting to be that first death in this gunfight as Bound pushes up to S4, and he gets taken down. Tripppey lives. He finds the break, and now they have the ability to get out of the map, but there's Renegade. He comes up and he re-challenges, finds the trade. Frosty gets the kill and is trying to get towards LR. Bound has the cutoff. He's shooting down the shots. He throws the nade and finds a piv. Top Gun medal. 10 kills for Bound. He's dominating in this game 6.
Garrett, you can now breathe. There's just so much going on, my dude. One kill after another. There's just no opportunity to settle down. Now it's a 6-kill lead on the side of Bound and Renegade, and they got to slow down the pressure here. Tripppey and Frosty, they need to slow this game down because at this point they're not going to be able to come back. You can see Bound with this crazy movement on the pole here. He's pole dancing. Somehow he takes that fight, and he's going to shoot the body of Tripppey. That's 20-13. Garrett, do they have it in them? Renegade's got a snipe. This might be it right here. I'm a little worried about Frosty and Tripppey here, Garrett. Frosty does get the opening kill. Renegade still with the snipe. New OS coming up. This is massive. Renegade's got to defend for OS, get kills at the same time here. I don't know if he could do it. That might be an OS in the hands of blue. Oh my God, Renegade under so much pressure.
Bound Bound came in like a savior from Blue Door and got Tripppey in a spot that he could not compete from. But as that happened, Frosty got the overshield, and he's going to be able to find Bound. Now, Renegade just needs to stay alive with a sniper rifle or waste the ammo. Do not give it to Frosty with the overshield. We see him waste one shot. He's going to reload the clip, and there we go. The waste comes through. Only one sniper shot to work with for Frosty. He wants it. He wants to put it to work. As Tripppey has a one-on-one with Bound, he's going to win that piv. Yeah. I mean, it's only 4, and they still have a 4-death buffer to work with as Frosty's pushing forward. Reminiscent to what we saw before. Use that overshield as the gate to push through. And Renegade got enough damage in and the stick to get that kill, and that might be the most important kill that we will see this game.
Renegade just 200 IQ plays through and through. You guys got to take notes on that. He burns the snipe, he gets the stick, he completely nullified any opportunity Frosty Tripppey had to make a comeback with that OS. That was massive, just massive big brain plays from Renegade, and right now they're going to collapse and conquer here. That's one kill down. Renegade gets it, Bound looking for the other, and you know that player's going to have to play it slow. It's Frosty. He's hiding out on LR. They don't know where he is yet. They don't have the info. So Frosty managing to get a spawner right beside him. Tripppey spawns up in loop here. They're going to try to fight back, but 2 kills left to close this game and this series. They can't, any mistake here is fatal, Garrett.
Any mistake is fatal, and Renegade has the flank, but 2 players are going to immediately light him up, and oh god, if he would have won that fight, it would have been intense. Tripppey's made 1 shot. I want to actually go over to Frosty if we can. He has the noob combo in the back pocket, and if they make their way back into this game, it's going to be because of that noob combo. He finds that player in the yard. He's going to make him 1 shot and back him down. Bound has the light rifle to work with the sandbox advantage in this fight. Frosty takes the first shot. He's getting back down. The cross map shot from Renegade comes in. Tripppey finds Bound on the escape. And that is the foothold they need. Frosty is running. He wants to get this kill. He needs to win this piv. It's up to Renegade, and Renegade takes it. 24.
OS wasn't up.
Overshield's up. Tripppey's 1 shot. This is done. Renegade gets the overshield. $1,000 richer these 2 are. They are the demons from hell. They have come through. They escaped away with this victory, and both of them with $500 in their pocket.
Damn, dude. That was an insane series. Garrett, pleasure to cast that with you. My God. It just came down to that OS in the end. Honestly, if Frosty won that fight in yard, that would have been basically a guaranteed OS for Tripppey on top mid, and that could have been a game if he grabbed that OS. So it literally just came down to that 1 kill. Just absolutely insane. You got to hand it to Bound and Renegade for clutching out that game. Now, the chat, I see you, chat. And I'm thinking about it too, Garrett. What are you thinking about game 1, though? This is a kind of, we've never experienced this before. Controversial. You know, this is controversial.
I'm gonna make the call right now.
Okay.
We get Frosty on the phone. We say, hey, you put up another 1K, double or nothing this thing. I want to go another best of 7. That was insane. I just want more. You know, it's not gonna happen. But I just want more, man. I want to see them. I want to see them playing again. We have to see this matchup one more time. That is just absolutely insane. Game 1, I mean, it's controversial, but you know, we didn't go to game 7. They won it in 6. So there's not that, oh, it should have been 4-3 no matter what for them. You know, they won 3 games. They won 1 of each map, and they did it dominatingly in the second half. I don't think you can take it away from Bound and Renegade.
You know, it's just it's just so wild, man. The 3 games that they won for sure, they won for sure. Same goes to Tripppey and Frosty, and then it's just so wild that a blank melee decides game number 1, which really, you know, even though I wonder what Bound and Renegade are thinking as far as their dub. Like, they're going to believe that's a well-earned dub, but I mean, like, I just think the rivalry goes on for a situation like that. You know what I mean? That's like I think I'm on a cliffhanger. I feel like I'm left on a cliffhanger here. I don't know about you, Garrett.
I feel it, man. It's like I wanted to see that game 7, and you know, if they would have gotten that melee to go through. But that being said, that melee wasn't like, you know, obviously like that would have won the game, but they still had plenty of kills. They had like, I think 3 deaths to work from there. I mean, that was still a monumental choke from those 2 to lose that game after that melee. And
sure. Just, but I mean, you got to think of how soul crushing that is. We could discuss this for literally an hour, Garrett. when you're at 24 kills and you don't get that final kill, your mental is literally, from my experience, my mental would be destroyed if that happened.
Yeah, no, and I understand it, but hey, waiting in the wings. Yeah, I think we have Knighty ready to talk to the 2 dominating performance players that are Bound and Renegade. I want to hear what they have to say in this interview with our host Knighty. Oh wait, never mind. We don't have it ready. Just hold on with us for 1 second.
All right, guys.
My apologies.
That
I was a little too early to jump the gun. So let's take a look at these highlights and keep talking about that controversial.
I'm getting a lot of word from the chat. I'm getting a lot of word from Casper, production.
We got it.
Would you guys be up for a rechow?
Yes, yes. 100% yes.
Now, would that be double or nothing? What would you want? Bound, would you put up some of your own money for that one?
Whatever they put up, yeah, I'd be down. Whatever they're feeling, I'd put up. Sure, John would match it too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we had an incredible matchup. I think that was way closer than the Druk Soulsnipe one. I mean, y'all went back and forth. It was just insane. We got to start off with game number 1, though. I know you guys said that, that maybe they should have won that one, but you guys probably would have just answered back quicker. Tell me a little bit about that situation.
All right, so I don't know what happened, but like I was red window, and somebody started shooting at me, and my game just like started lagging. Like I started getting it was like I was getting shot at by a machine gun. Like my guy got shot at like 40,000 times like in a second. So I dropped the bottom red. I was like, what the hell? I've only seen it like so many times. So I get in a gunfight bottom red with Joey, and then like I literally don't know what the fuck happened. Like I literally shot him 3 times. He meleeed me. I thought he low-key won the game. He got a ghost melee, and then like I don't know. I ended up killing him, and then right after that I went P1 to kill Brad off camo, and I shot him like 6-7 times, and I got all blanks, literally all blanks.
Oh my god.
And then he actually ended up burning it from me getting the blanks, so I was literally confused as fuck. That entire sequence, I was so lost. I was like, okay.
So I know that you guys are super confident going into this one, and y'all played like it, but like, was that a little bit closer than what y'all thought?
I mean, I don't know. John says he has a headache right now, so apparently a migraine. So like, he's not really calling out all that hard. So I'm kind of just like trying to do my best, like figuring out what's going on in his head. So, I feel like we could have go a lot harder, but it's just I don't know. It happens.
I mean, I'm hearing what you're saying, but what I'm seeing on the screen was Renegade coming out and winning.
That fool was shitting. I'm not gonna lie. This guy was literally this guy was off something, bro. This guy was shitting on them. He may not have said much, but he was shitting on them. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give it to him.
I mean, we heard some select language being used at the end of that regret game, and I'm pretty sure everybody loved it.
Wait,
very choice words for sure.
Wait, there's only one. Did we only play one? No. Which one? The 5th one? The 2nd one?
It was the last one.
Oh, I think I know you're talking about. Yeah, bro, I swear my internet was bugging. Like, I made this crazy play and it just didn't register. I was just getting tilted.
That is the way of online gaming, especially in tournaments.
I would definitely say I was a little on edge because I have this migraine right now. So, my apologies to the opponents, but yeah, GG's them.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Is there anything you want to say, John? I know you didn't want to say much, but
whenever anyone else wants to play this, I'm ready.
Oh, I know you are, man. You're just winning all the money right now. You guys are still the kings. We gotta wait for Neptune and Shotzi to get back, put in some time, because I think that is
they ain't taking that chow. They're not taking that chow.
You don't think so?
No chance, no chance. They need to stay on COD, bro.
Stay on
COD. Stay on COD.
Stay on COD, he says. I don't know. I might have to slip in those DMs. I need to get in touch with Shotzi. I need to talk to Neptune. I need to see if I can get them on the game, practice for a few weeks, get them on one of these nights, because I got to see that match happen. Like, I don't think there's anyone else I can take you guys.
We can play it in COD, too. Shit, I'm down. No,
in COD?
I'm terrible at COD.
Well, guys, that was a heck of a matchup, and it was insane. I'm really happy that we got to see it go to the distance like that. Unfortunately, Frosty and Tripppey just couldn't get it done. I feel like maybe they just need to put a little bit more time into their twos game. But any final words, Bounds? You've just been playing outstanding these past 2 times. You've been dominating every Money Tuesday that we've had. What do you want to say to your fans out there?
Appreciate for tuning in. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I said I was dominating. I was kind of getting shit on, but all good.
You won that piv, bottom.
Hey, no, I did win 2 pivs, huh? Did I not?
Some big pivs.
I guess you got a point. Yeah, shit. Never mind, I was shitting. Never mind then. Never mind. I guess I'm the best. I don't know. GG's.
We're talking about some of the best players to play the game right now. Frosty, the 2-time. Tripppey, he's on fire right now. And you know, a lot of people say that you're not proven yet. I mean, you're not proven on land. You're not up there yet. What do you got to say to them?
I mean, they're not wrong. I mean, I've never even been to one, so I guess I can't deny it. So, GG. It was fun. GG's. I'm not trying to get into all that. GG's.
Okay. GG's. Very humble. I like it. You guys have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for just showing off your skills. We'll see y'all next time.
Yep. Appreciate it, Knighty.
Thank you, guys. All right. Well, you heard it from just the Kings. They are the 2v2 Kings right now. It's going to be tough to take them down. Tony, Alex, Gary, thank you so much for tonight, y'all. Y'all are just bringing the heat. Unimaginable energy in those games. I mean, those games pretty much made it easier, right? I mean, those were insane. Tony, how were you? Were you having fun on the sideline watching with me? Like, I know I was having a blast.
Man, oh my gosh, I can't think of anybody else to sub in but Shyway. You and Gary, you guys absolutely killed it. And the gameplay, it was. Yo, it was literally incredible. I was sitting here, I was sweating the entire time. Like I almost fell off my chair a few times. I can't even talk.
Honestly, me too. My heart rate went wild in that series, Garrett. I can't imagine how the players are feeling, but that was a treat to cast. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good, man. That was fun.
It's ended too soon, man. And
honestly,
we needed that game 7, and like you said, I was at 200 BPMs. I have no go check the Apple Watch after. You know what I'm saying? But, that was such an incredible series to watch, and it's a treat. And the best part about it is that we're not slowing down. There's going to be another Money Tuesday. We're going to see Bound and Renegade again, and we're going to see incredible matches once again. Just keep your Tuesdays on lock, because we are gonna take over Halo with this moment. Bound and Renegade need to be dethroned, and if you think you can do it, go hit us up. You know, say, hey, I'm up for the challenge, because they said they'll take on anyone. No one is safe. Bound and Renegade are on a tear. Can they hold it till infinite is my question.
I kind of want to see Saiyan, because I know Saiyan really is very, very good at 2v2. Yeah. And he's confident too. Like, I think out of all the players I've talked to, he's the most confident when talking about playing against Bound and Renegade. So if we could get Saiyan with somebody that's really putting in the work, putting in the time, I don't know if that's going to be Tripppey. I don't know who, but we maybe Boo Boo Doo. I don't know. I don't know who that's going to be.
Getting Boo Boo here would be great. I know we keep talking about, you know, Neptune stay on COD or Shotzzy stay on COD, but we all want to see Neptune and Shotzzy somehow get into the mix here. I know it's going to be hard to grab them, if not impossible, but I would love to see those guys as well. I want to see more of Elevate as well. We got some Elevate players on the come up. Do I call him Scariotic or do I call him Noises? I don't know what to call this guy, but I
think he's back.
Either of those. Is he back to Scary? He's back to Scary. So I want to see Scary. I want to see Carmea. I want to see the Elevate guys. You know, the young kids, the young crack kids in twos for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent out there that we are going to explore and get to put up on there. I mean, this has been so successful. You guys have just doubled the viewership that we had last time. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this. We've been putting a lot of work into it. This is our baby. We've practiced a lot on other events, but this right here is our show. We're bringing out all the guns for Halo, and I think it's going all right. I mean, I'm having a darn good time with you gentlemen, and it's been awesome. But we got to come to a close today. I don't know if we have that clip though. I kind of wanted to see if we had that clip from the game 1 or not. Can I get a production? Hello, do we have that? I would like to see that replay because I only got to see it for half a second and then I heard y'all's reaction.
Oh yeah.
But I would like to get that replay and see exactly what went down. Maybe get a little bit of a slow-mo on it. Here we go. 24-22 comes down to this moment. Oh God, that's a heartbreaker.
Oh,
devastating.
No.
That's just devastating.
That's brutal.
And
he got the full lunge. You heard the smack. Oh, that's
just. And that steals away our game 7, and that's what's most disappointing about it, right? Because we go to game 7 if that happens, and we have a little bit more Halo to watch, and that to me would have been one of the, like, if that goes to the game 7, we have that moment, it would be unparalleled. That would be one of the greatest moments in Halo 5's history, in my opinion. But one thing I just wanted to point out about Renegade, man, he came out. Last event, he was absolutely crazy with it. He came out this event once again. I love to see it in slow-mo. But he had a 1.25 KD throughout this thing. Like, he's just a dominating presence. It's not the Bound show anymore. It's the Renegade show.
I do think that the Bound brings the best out of Renegade, though. I don't think you would see the level of play that you see from Renegade if it wasn't for Bound putting so much pressure on them, kind of putting them on the back foot, and giving Renegade the leeway to hit those beautiful shots that he's hitting. So I feel like as a team, they work so well together. But, I mean, yeah, when you look at that scoreboard, Renegade, he stole the spotlight today.
Yeah, looking at those stats, good Lord. The average kills across the entire series for Renegade was 13 every game. I mean, that's insane. I mean, being able to put up the majority of the kills and then having a KD ratio of 1.25 over the course of the match, pretty insane stuff, along with a average accuracy of 57. The man is just on a mission, and you heard the energy in his voice too when he was talking his little bit of smack. I don't think I've heard that much energy come out of his voice in a long time, if not ever. I can't recall. Anyways, I know that I saw him a bunch up on the main stage and the featured station back on LANs and at events. He would get very animated, but as far as the trash talking I got to hear, I mean, he really was taking this serious, and he totally leveled up to a new level. Like, you'll see that when players are backed up into a corner and they're that good, they're like world level, dominators, that they can go up to another level. And that's exactly what we just saw. Like, in the middle of one of those games, I can't remember exactly which one it was. Gary, you might want to help me with this one.
I'm trying to remember the game. I
think it was a truth. I think a truth. He just a switch flipped, and that was it. The series was pretty much over. And we saw at the end in the Plaza game where Tripppey had the first 2 on him. He was weak. Frosty put a shot in him. He was down like 2 or 3 shots, and he even had to reload his gun in the middle of the fight and was able to clutch up that piv. And that right there, I mean, he just has insane confidence in himself, and I just love. I got to go back to what he said in that interview about he'll be the one waiting to prove you wrong if you think you're the best. That just gives me chills, man. I got to put that up on our socials. I gotta play that a few more times because it was so cool.
Right. Exactly. I'm hanging on the wall. Yeah. I mean, Frosty always nasty, but yeah, I think it was the long range shot from Renegade that was really teller. Like, it just, cross map truth, not missing, and then the synchronized melt onto Frosty between Renegade and Bound, that was memorable for sure.
What I thought was actually really crazy is that, I mean, he's been grinding Apex, he's been doing this thing on Apex, comes in today. And he actually he had an insane migraine. So I'm not trying to create an excuse or anything, but he had an insane migraine. Try doing anything with a migraine. He actually, at one point, had to actually walk away from his station and kind of, not stare at his monitor, look away, and almost kind of just like recommit. Then he comes back and he's just winning pivs. Like, when I have a migraine, I don't want to get out of bed. When he has a migraine, he's winning big money.
Yeah. And what really did it for me, I mean, we saw on the screen earlier, but that fight that Renegade won at the bottom lift, he did that against Soulsnipe and Druk as well. I mean, that was a repeat. It was a flashback of what we saw from him. And, like, those were the pivotals that Renegade won and secured the victory for his team. Yeah. And honestly, those last 3 games, they were close, but it was a dominating performance from Renegade in those last 3 games. And that is why they won this best of 7.
I also got to restate the fact that Renegade, as a player, obviously, dude's incredible. Dude stands on his own. I know I said that Bound, helped give him opportunities to shine, and obviously, Bound did. Bound's a great player, but Renegade doesn't need to have Bound to shine on any roster. Wherever he is, he's always insanely cracked, and I mean, he showed that today. So the man stands on his own. He got two sprees in this game alone. I think this was it. This was the turning point where Renegade really started to show up, and that just continued to take place for the rest of the series.
Yeah, I'd like to hear the humbleness in Bound's voice, though. Like, he was just so reliant. He was like, I loved my teammate. Renegade did so much for me. And he didn't feel like he did much himself, even though he was making amazing plays. He was really putting up some good fights against two of the best players in the game currently. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what Bound is capable of in the future. He's the hottest commodity right now. His stock is going up, up, up.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time before he's a champ and can get to a LAN when we open back up and just prove his merit, just show his might and what he's capable of in a live environment. I'm looking forward to it. Cannot wait. But guys, thank you so much. It has been an incredible night. LVT Productions, the entire team, you guys, LouisVTitan, puts on a show like no other. And we hope you guys come and watch the next time. We'll be having that date up on our social. Make sure you follow us at LVT Productions. And also thank you to HCS for supporting us and giving us the retweets and just being so appreciative of all the hard work that the community's been putting on. This is a community effort. We've had a lot of people involved, and it's just been so humbling. We love you all, and have a great night.
Yeah, appreciate that, Knighty, for closing it out pretty good there. Thank you all for joining. There was a lot of people in this chat, and wow, some great series. Tune in 2 weeks. That's a Tuesday. Let's see what day exactly is. February 16th. So yeah, we got to figure out. We got to go to the drawing board. Is there anybody out there that can beat Bound and Renegade? We will find out. But for now, signing off for LVT Productions, my name is Brandon Pettis, aka LouisVTitan. Thank you for tuning in, and please join us again in 2 weeks.
Shut up, your mouth get stunner. Shut up, all of my